Sean on the hot track, melt like it's hot wax. Put it out, all the stores, bet you can shop that. Leave a nigga with a hot hat, frontin' like bad boy ain't got tracks. Nigga, stop that. There's no guy slicker than this young fly nigga. Nickel 9 liquor, floss you die quicker. This fed time, out of town pie flipper. Turn Chris Dallas to a crooked eye sipper. Everybody wanna be fast, see the cash. Fuck around, they weak staff, get a heat rash. Anything a bad boy way we smash. 100 G stash, push a bulletproof E-class. I'm through with being a player and a baller. Just want me one bad bitch so I can spoil her. Mates wanna be the one you respect, even when you're vexed. Rock Versace silks over still V-Max. Back things never seen, so you suck my jewels. Clutch my ooze, anything I touch I bruise. Puff make his own law, nigga fuck your rules. That's right. Good fellas, you know you can't touch this dude. Don't push us, cause we're close to the edge. We're trying not to lose our heads. Broken glass everywhere. If it ain't about no money, puff, I just don't care. That's I'm right. That good fella, fly guy, sometime wise guy. Spend time at H-A-W-A-I-I. Mates, can you please stop smoking la la? Puff, why try? I'm a thug, I'm a die. I be out in Jersey, puffin' Hershey. Brothers ain't worthy to rock my derby. Yo, I'm never drug free when I'm in the club, G. Though I know the thug be wanting to slug me. Could it be I move as smooth as Bugsy? Or be at the bar with too much bubbly? Yo, I think it must be the girls wanna lust me. Or is it simply the girls just love me? Brothers wanna rock my rolls, rock my clothes, rock my ice. Pull out Glock, stop my life. I'm like, damn, how these niggas got that trust? Used to be my man, how he gon' plot on my wife? Do you think he snake me cause he hate me? Or he got his PhD, player hated degree?
Somebody put that in the chat. Oh, you tried to snake me, or do you hate me, or do you got your PhD? Talk to me in the chat. Oh, you tried to snake me, do you hate me, or do you got your PhD, your player haters degree?
I'm like, damn, how these niggas got that track? Used to be my man, how he gon' plot on my wife? Do you think he snake me cause he hate me, or he got his PhD, player hated degree? Can't nobody take my pride, can't nobody hold me down. Oh no, I got to keep on moving. Quit that, you a big cat, where your chicks at, where your whips at? Wherever you get stacks, I'ma fix that. Everything that's big dreams, I did that. Don't knock me cause you're boring, I'm ready to sell soaring, straight soaring. Simply a lot of men be wanting to hear me cause their words just don't offend me. You spend cheese in the West Indies, then come home to Penti, cream Bentleys. You name it, I could claim it. Young, black, and famous, with money hanging out the anus. And when you need a hit, who you gonna get? Or bet against us? Nah, that's your bet. We make hits that'll rearrange your whole set. And got a Benz that I ain't even drove yet. Don't push us, cause we're close to the edge. We're trying not to lose our heads. Sometimes they make me wonder why you wanna take us under.
Why you wanna take me under?
I get the feeling sometimes they make me wonder why you wanna take us under. Can't nobody take my pride, and can't nobody hold me down. Oh no, I got to keep on moving. Can't nobody take my pride, can't nobody hold me down. Oh no, I got to keep on moving.
Turn up. Hey, take that, take that. 7 in the 7 in the chat. Take that, take that. Hey, I'm gonna tell you like this real quick. Let me just, and I don't even have any ice. I thought I had some ice. Turns out we don't have no ice spice. Somebody put that in the chat. We don't have any ice spice. No ice spice. Hold on 1 second. Let me see if I can get some ice spice. We're gonna talk about Ice Spice tonight, guys. You know who Ice Spice is? Somebody put that in the chat. Oh, you thought I was feeling you? Oh, you dumb bitch, you thought I was feeling you? We've talked about her before. Remember when we talked about Ice Spice? Ice Spice, this is the woman that said, yeah, I'm just letting these niggas eat my vagina, but I don't care about these men. Okay. You can't really move like a man like that. But, you know, it's up to you. It's up to you, ladies. If you think you can let a man see your vagina and play with your vagina and you don't think he got one up on you, then hey, go ahead. Go ahead. Talk to me in the chat. Tonight is Talk Your Shit Tuesday, by the way. Beautiful day indeed. And what are we talking about today? Well, we're talking about a number of things, a myriad of things. But since it is Talk Your Shit Tuesday, we want to just get straight into it. We don't want to waste too much time. First of all, I want to say this. Federal law allows citizens such as myself to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video disc under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. Now, this is called fair use, and it is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and/or parody, which does not infringe under 17 USC 107. Now that we understand these type of things, let's maybe get straight into the meat and the potatoes. Was anybody here last night? We're going to get straight into it, guys. We're going to try not to be 5 hours tonight. We might stick around 3.5 to maybe 4 hours tonight. So we got to get straight into it. I'm going to read the comments in a minute. Welcome to everybody in the chat. Welcome to everybody who's going to be joining us tonight. Welcome to everybody who's watching this stream on the playback after the stream is over. Hopefully we can get through and not get a strike tonight, not get any copyright strikes, and we'll have a beautiful online pro bono learning course. Now, does anybody remember the name of last night's online pro bono learning course? If you were here last night, please put a 7 in the chat. And by the way, guys, yes, what you're watching right now is a glitch in the matrix. It is not a live stream. You are watching an online pro bono interactive learning course in which like-minded and some not so like-minded individuals gather in order to discuss nuanced and sometimes controversial topics. Now, technically, this is a Talk Your Shit Tuesday, so it's not really a class, but you know, you get the point, right? So, who was here last night and saw the class? We actually had a great class last night. Ravine, what up? I know you popped in and out of the class last night, but when you get a chance, go back and watch the stream. Anybody who wants to watch my classes back and you feel like they're too long, shout out to Cha-Cha. I know Cha-Cha likes to watch the classes back. If you feel like the classes are too long, just press the playback speed button. That way, the sound of my voice can go faster. So if you're watching this later and you say, damn, he did a 4-hour stream, but I don't have the full 4 hours, you can always speed up my voice and it'll go faster. So last night we had a beautiful show, a jam-packed, action-packed show. So we're expecting to have a jam-packed show tonight because I wasn't able to get through with the rest of the stuff that I was talking about last night. But last night we did talk about this, a person of color, people of color. We talked about the importance of this word and why it's being used to trick us. We talked about how there is a very thin line, but a very solid line between a colored person and a person of color. By the way, shout out to my people on patreon.com/JLEETHAL7 if you would like to contribute to a black teacher, a black filmmaker, black journalist, black revolutionary, an all-around pretty cool guy. You can do so at patreon.com/JLEETHAL7 for as little as $3 a month. I have not touched 1 red cent from my Patreon fund, so I'm trying to save that for something special. We talked about last night actually a number of things. We'll probably go over them again tonight. This is one thing that I wanted to say. Well, before I do that, let me say this. This is the definition of a person of color. If you guys don't know what a person of color is, you can look that up. If you've ever heard yourself or somebody else referred to as a person of color, please put the number 7 in the chat. Of course, it's something that if you hear it on its face value, it doesn't sound harmful. It sounds harmless, right? People of color. I don't know what you think of when you hear people of color, but some people might think of black people. Some people think of all people. I mean, technically, according to the definition, a person of color is anyone who is not considered white. Anyone who is not considered white is considered a person of color. So that's interesting. And then we went on to find out that not only is it not white people, but you got African Americans, Asian Americans, Native Americans, Pacific Islander Americans, multiracial Americans, and Latino Americans can all fall under the banner of people of color, even though members of these communities may prefer to view themselves through their cultural identities rather than color-related terminology. In other words, all these different groups of people don't have to call themselves a person of color because they know where they're from, they know their culture, and it's very defined universally. Black Americans are the only one, and I'll even go as far as to say actual Africans don't even have to call themselves people of color. Somebody from Uganda doesn't have to call himself a person of color. He says, I'm from Uganda, I'm Ugandan, right? But a Black American, we're just like, yeah, I'm African American. We have all these fake titles, so we're the one that wears the blanket of person of color. However, it's not just black people. Can you guys understand that? Because I need to move forward, but as long as we understand that about last night's class, it's not just black people when they talk about people of color. It's everybody else. Okay? Now, I also want to say this. Shout out to my people on Instagram. If you are here from Instagram, let me know in the chat. I got this message on Instagram recently, and I thought it was pretty interesting because, let me see, where's it at? First of all, let me find this receipt that I just got from Instagram. Because Instagram just sent me a thing right here. So I cannot post any comments on Instagram for at least 7 days. I cannot like anybody's shit. I can only post I can only post stuff on my page. And I cannot comment on anybody's video, which be eating me up because I love commenting on Instagram. I get a lot of replies and stuff. I be saying some stuff on Instagram. I'm not that controversial. As a matter of fact, I've learned to tone it down because my page is at risk for deletion. So this is a message I got yesterday when I tried to post a comment on Instagram. It said, "Try again later. Your account has been temporarily blocked from taking this action. Sharing your account with the service that helps you get more likes or followers goes against our community guidelines. This block will expire on June 26th. Tell us if you think we made a mistake." And then when you press the tell us button, it doesn't do anything. It literally doesn't go anywhere. You press tell us that we made a mistake, and it doesn't let you give an email. It doesn't let you type nothing. It sits there. And the thing about it is I've literally never used a service. You see, your account has been linked with a service that helps you get more likes or followers. I literally have never signed up for any service that gets more likes or followers, never. And I have my pages on private. So how the fuck, how could I pay, how and why would I pay for my account to get more likes or followers, but I purposely set my account to private? That doesn't even make any sense. So somehow I can't do this, and they've banned me for right now. I don't know if they're gonna try to do this again later, or I tried to tell them, hey, I didn't do this. Somebody put that in the chat. I didn't do this stuff. And then this is okay. Now, to be fair, they do have a list of some of my comments that have been taken down, but this has nothing to do with the most recent ban. But this is one of the comments that was removed that I posted on somebody's page. It was about that Chinese guy. Remember the Chinese guy I posted that was talking with the little girl, and they were making fun of black Americans, and we broke all that down. Anyway, that post got me so much flack with Instagram. They tried to flag me left and right. This is one of the comments I left, and this is not even a bad comment. Look at this, guys. somebody told me that he wasn't talking about black people. I said, look up the word hai guai in Chinese, which is the commonly used phrase for black devil, black ghost, or nigger in Chinese. Now, mind you, look how I spelled nigger. N-I dot dot 3-R. I never even said, I've seen people in the comments calling me niggas and all type of craziness. I didn't even spell nigger. And I only said that word to teach them that this is what the Chinese people are calling us. I said, tell the Chinese people to clean that up first, and then we will worry about taking care of the red man's atrocities on our own. Thanks though, Jackie Chan, because I was talking to this Asian guy and he was like, you need to tell white people this and that. I said, listen, don't worry about what black people are gonna do with white people. As an Asian man, you need to be trying to destroy that discrimination from the Asian community. Because I'm putting cases on all you bitches. Yeah, we know about the red man, but what about the Asian man? What about the Arab man? What about the African man? So all I did was tell this man, go look up the word hai guai in your language and clean that up, Jackie Chan. So my post was removed and my page is possibly gonna be banned because I called this man Jackie Chan. Really? Really? Really?
What?
So it is what it is. What's the name's tripping? What up, de facto? So yeah, last night we had a very great class and I was actually not feeling too good today. I was a little tired. I think I ate something. I think it's what I ate yesterday. Like I had some like this Mediterranean place that's close to where I'm at. Can y'all see me? Hold on. Can y'all see me? Am I clear? Is this thing on me? I don't know why. I don't know. Whatever. I had this Mediterranean place last night. Fucked up my stomach. And I woke up today feeling all fucked up. I went to the bathroom a few times. My shit is just fucked up, dog. So I didn't have much energy. I was laying down all day. But I told you guys I was going to do a Talk Your Shit Tuesday. So I mustered up whatever little strength I had and I put together the receipts. And here we have a beautiful class. As you guys know, if I'm in front of this camera, rain, sleet, hail, or snow, if I am in front of this camera, I'm going to give it everything that I have. If I don't have energy, if I don't have the strength, it doesn't matter. If I press record on this camera, J-Lethal is activated, okay? J-Lethal is not necessarily, I can't walk around J-Lethal all the time because I would be in jail. I would be fighting people. If J-Lethal was activated all the time, I would already be gone. I have to preserve my J-Lethal time for when I press record and for the few times in real life where I have to bring J-Lethal to the forefront. Now, is J-Lethal a persona? No, this is who I am. However, I'm giving it to you with no filter, and I'm not able to do that in real life as much as I'd like to. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. But tonight is Talk Your Shit Tuesday, guys. Thank you guys for joining me. It's Talk Your Shit Tuesday, which means we don't have to stick with a basic topic. We can kind of jump all around tonight, which is one of my favorite times because I actually have a little bit of ADHD. So first thing we're going to do, even though I probably shouldn't, I'm not going to sip tomorrow, but I am going to sip tonight. My stomach is a little fucked up. I'm feeling a little fucked up, but I am going to sip some champagne because, as you guys know, it's a little bit hard. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You see that? Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, I guess that's enough. I guess that's enough. But I'm not a drunkard. Just so you guys are aware, I am not a drunkard. Just because I'm sipping a little champagne, that doesn't mean anything. I have my wits about me. You're never going to see me just slurring and my eyes rolling back to the back of my head like Cardi B got a hold of me. You're never going to see me looking like Cardi B slipped some secret ingredient into my drink. I'm fine, okay? Don't worry about it. Now, you guys said you were here last night, so we don't have to really talk about much of what we talked about last night. If you didn't catch the stream, please go watch it. We're going to get straight into tonight's class. I have a few things that I want to talk about. This is one of the things that we talked about last night. Remember this one?
Ass, dirty foot ass hoes. Here, Suki. If you catch me with your nigga, know I'm fucking his mouth. I'm a disrespectful bitch, might fucking your house. In the back of the cut, dog, eating me out. Might fuck him for a perk in a black and mouth. I'm a trifling bitch, love to fight over you.
America.
So that was one of the things that we talked about last night. Although I've showed you that before, I had to bring that video back out into circulation because the woman who was doing that to that little child, she's been in the middle of a heated controversy. They say that she was sexually assaulted because some man came up to her and kissed her mouth. You can decide that on your own. Go watch last night's stream. But we did have some good conversation about that. And another thing that we talked about I actually forgot to talk about a few things last night regarding that, and that's actually going to go into some of the things we talked about tonight. But if you don't know who that is, that woman's name is Suki Hana. She is Cardi B on Super Saiyan. Let's just say she's Cardi B on steroids. This is Cardi B magnified. Cardi B 2.0. Whatever you think about Cardi B, whatever is the most ridiculous thing you've ever seen Cardi B do or say or think or behave, this woman, Suki Hana, is that magnified. She's whatever Cardi B is on her best day, this is Suki Hana on her worst day. In other words, Cardi B's roof is Suki Hana's floor. Can somebody put that in the chat? Cardi B's roof is Suki Hana's floor. And I told you before that they have to bring these people to you so that it can get gradually worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And then you're finally gonna start. This is. Let me just tell you guys real quick, just so that we're clear. The reason why they keep on having to give you gradually worse and worse people is so that you eventually stop asking questions. Somebody put that in the chat. Don't ask no questions. You eventually stop asking questions. You eventually stop being appalled. You stop being shocked because it's been going on for so long, right? Of course, when Cardi B came out and Glorilla and all these other people, you were shocked. But give it 5-10 years at this rapid pace, you're not even gonna know where the trash begin or where it ends. So therefore, you're just gonna either one, be completely oblivious or just completely apathetic like this black man standing in the back. Look at all this bullshit going on right here, and the black man in the back, he's just looking away. So you're either gonna look the other way because there's just so much bullshit and you're just tired of it, you just gave up, or you're gonna do even worse, you're gonna go along with it. Talk to me in the chat if you guys understand what's gonna happen. Do you see that? You're either going to become apathetic and not take any action and stop being appalled, stop being shocked, or you're actually gonna fall in line with it. This is what they're hoping that the average person does. So this is why I want to talk to you about that phenomenon, if you will. What is this right here? Phenomenon, if you will. I'm gonna get let some of the people get into the chat because we're just starting out. I don't want to go too harsh too early, but we're gonna move forward tonight. I'm gonna be jumping around tonight just so we're clear, because I didn't get to cover some bases tonight. I get to cover the bases that I didn't get to cover last night. Another thing we talked about was Sukihana. We talked about how Snoop Dogg created the grounds for Sukihana, de facto, and we're gonna talk about Dr. Umar Johnson tonight. Just buckle in, just get ready, just relax. We're gonna talk about how Snoop Dogg bred the grounds for Sukihana. Let's just be real. Yeah, you had Foxy Brown, you had Lil Kim, but even Foxy Brown and Lil Kim were products of the black male rappers who wrote their shit or taught them how to write. If you remember the story of Biggie and Lil Kim, they said Biggie is the one that told Lil Kim to rap about her pussy and rap and just like that. Again, I'm not necessarily saying it's anybody's fault per se, because we are both at fault, but it would be injustice for me to sit here and point fingers all day at the black woman and not point fingers at the black man. Again, we're having balanced conversation, because somebody put that in the chat. Balanced conversation, and this right here was completely out of line when Snoop Dogg did this. And not only did Snoop Dogg do this, he didn't do it to the white woman. When he came up to when he walked out with white women, he would never. Let me ask you this. Why, hold on. First of all, Snoop Dogg, why is it that you have black women on a chain, but you never had white women on a chain, Snoop?
Out of pocket for that shit. Way out of pocket. What do you gain from that?
Somebody tell me what Snoop Dogg gains from putting his own sisters on a leash on the MTV red carpet with a known quote-unquote pimp, but when he goes with the red woman to Hugh Hefner's mansion, he does not put a leash on them. And then when you find out who's the one who gave Snoop the permission, because you better believe Snoop didn't just walk out the house like that without permission from the red man. But we'll talk about all that again later. I'm just trying to remind you how all of this is a bigger conversation than some little 30-second, sound bite on Instagram from somebody's podcast or something like that. These conversations, this is the reason why I have a 5-hour live streams weekly, sometimes 2 of them, full of information, because we can't just tackle this shit on TikTok. Yeah, TikTok is good to get your attention, but once you got your attention, what do we do? Here's another thing we talked about last night. Remember Daniel Penny? Talk to me in the chat. The so-called red man who so-called was a Marine and a so-called student who so-called tried to help this black man and ended his life. We did a whole analysis of his testimony, and it's complete and utter rubbish. This man is speaking complete and utter rubbish. But there's something I forgot to tell you about Daniel Penny, or forgive me, I forgot to ask you. Because remember, this man made about $3 million and counting on his defense fees, on his legal fees, paid for by the white supremacists and the people of color across America. Talk to me in the chat. Who do you think is the main people who paid for this man's defense fund after he killed a black man? He didn't kill a person of color. He killed the nigga. Who do you think helped him? The red man, the other people of color, whatever that means. But I wanted to ask you guys this about Daniel Penny, because this is something that I don't think you guys would ever have thought about. Well, you probably have thought about it, but I want to bring it to your attention again. So what would happen? Let me see if I can find this picture real quick. I have a picture for you, and I want to show you guys, and I want you guys to tell me what you think. What do you think? Hold on. Let me find this picture. I got so many receipts, y'all. You gotta bear with me. I be trying to find these receipts on time, but it's just like You should see how many receipts I'm looking at right now. I'm looking at thousands of receipts. This the picture right here. Now this picture was from Infinite Charms. I think this is out there on your neck of the woods. If I'm not mistaken, this might be in New York. If I'm not mistaken, this is Buffalo, New York, or something similar. This is after the Buffalo supermarket shooting. Allegedly, some red man came up, and I think this is the one where he tried to shoot up a methadone clinic, or he tried to do something. But he definitely had a gun, and he could have been the next mass shooter. And you don't even know about these men's names. Why aren't these men heroes? Remember Ron DeSantis? We'll talk about him tonight too. Ron DeSantis said that Daniel Penny is a hero, and we all the patriots need to gather around this Marine and pay for his legal fund because he choked a man to death from behind. A man that has, there's no footage or no evidence that the man was attacking anyone. Now this man came to kill people with a gun, and he was apprehended by these black law-abiding citizens. And look at these saints right here. They just held him down to the police came. Cause somebody put that in the chat. They didn't choke him. They didn't kill him. They didn't do like Daniel Penny said and exhort put their arm on his head to exert force and all this other goofy shit. How are these men able to restrain a gunman without killing him, but this United States Marine, he doesn't know what's the line between life or death? Can somebody talk to me in the chat? If the charm says she thinks it's upstate New York. Yeah, this was recently. I think this happened like in 2022 maybe. What up, Bob? How come we don't know these men's name? How come these men aren't heroes? No, let me ask the better question. What would happen if these men killed that man right here? Now, I want to let it be known that Daniel Penny, yes, he is being charged with manslaughter after there was an outcry, and we're still not sure what's going to come of that case. If it's anything like the police officers who kill black people, this man will be out in 4 weeks. But what would happen if one of these black men killed this white gunman and choked him to death because they feared for their life and they were trying to protect the citizens? What would happen? One, we would know all of their criminal history. They would immediately be arrested. There would not be $3 million for them, and the governors and all the leaders of the land would not be calling them heroes. That's the difference. So my job has become to call out the hypocrisy. My job, unfortunately, has become to call out the hypocrisy. Now, we also talked about this last night. Mind you, I'm just keeping you guys in the loop of what we talked about last night before we get into the story. This woman right here, her name is Lori Wilson. Somebody put that in the chat. Lori Wilson. She is the author, or at least the face, of this new bill called Assembly Bill 957. Now, if you don't know what that is, we talked about that last night as well. Assembly Bill 957 has been introduced and passed in California to where a parent you can lose custody of your child if you do not affirm your child's gender identity. Can somebody put that in the chat? If you do not affirm your child's gender identity, according to this woman, and the bill was just passed, this black woman is the face of it. Do you see how they always put a black person to bring us to the next level of degeneracy? So when the history books look back on it, oh yeah, you had black people in Congress. America could never be racist. They finally started hiring niggas in positions of authority. But look at these, look, you got Barack Obama passed the gay law of marriage, the gay marriage law. You got this woman to pass the children being taken away from you if you do not subscribe to their gender ideology. And what does that mean? Can somebody tell me what that means when you do not conform or affirm a child's claim about gender identity. What does that mean? You know, they call it gender affirming care. Can somebody put that in the chat? Gender affirming care. This is what they call it in America now. When you give puberty blockers to the kid, maybe you chop the tits off of the kid, you chop the dick off of the kid. Remember Lil Boosie? Come on, dog. Don't cut his dick off, dog. Remember when Lil Boosie made that video to Dwayne Wade? He said, you going too far now, dog. Come on now, dog. Don't cut his dick off, man. He literally said that. And he said that when he was in the gym, and then Boosie got kicked out the gym. Boosie, just in case you don't know, Boosie is banned for life from the gym that he was at. I think he was at like Planet Fitness or 24 Hour Fitness, and he did that video on Dwayne Wade. And just because he was in the gym said, no, nigga, get out. We don't want nothing to do with you. But what does it mean to have gender affirming care, Crystal? Crystal, put that in the chat. Gender affirming care. I guess it looks like this. What happens when you give someone affirming care when they're not supposed to be affirmed? Can somebody tell me? What happens when you give affirming care to someone that's not supposed to be affirmed?
Hey, do you ever wonder, like, what is going on? I mean, like, do you ever, like, wake up or do something and you're just like, what the fuck is going on?
Again, I'm not trying to shame anyone, but I think it's a valid question. I think it's a valid question to ask, at what point do we not affirm? I'm going to say that again. At what point do we stop affirming? At what point do we say, no, we refuse to affirm this? We are not going to affirm this, because remember, gender affirming care, according to Crystal and according to Babylon, is a gender affirming care is patient-centered and treats individuals holistically, aligning their outward physical traits with their gender identity. Do you see what we're doing here? Do you see what's happening here? What's happening is the identity, what you have in your brain, it is now being, you know what I think about this? Like, a lot of the time when I think about this transgender stuff or whatever, and you know, they have these furries. You remember, does anybody remember the furry we talked about? Do I have a picture of that? When I went to the Pride Parade and I showed you the furries of the little girl and all that, they were like, I don't think I have the picture here. The little girls and all that were petting the grown men dressed like dogs and stuff. So you got people dressing like dogs. They want to be dogs. They want to be everything under the sun, right? You know what I said? This is like the real metaverse. Now listen to me, guys. We all know what the metaverse is. We talked about the metaverse before, and it's actually important to note this, because if you think about it, it's just like the metaverse. When you go into the metaverse, or just think about your favorite video game. You could create your character, or maybe you could create an avatar on one of these things, these little apps. You create your own, or maybe you play The Sims. I know some people play The Sims and they create an avatar that looks like them, a virtual reality version of yourself, right? So maybe if you think about it, it's just like that. These people that are transgender and these people that they want to be dogs and stuff, and they're doing all these surgeries to become dogs, they are literally like creating their avatar. They're modifying their avatar in real life. Does that make sense? Are y'all getting me? They're modifying their avatar in real life. It's like, oh, it's like, this is who I mean, yeah, you could kind of, I moderated my hair, I guess. I kind of moderated this avatar, you know, but this is my avatar. This is my avatar. What you're looking right here is my avatar. Maybe I could do something with my hair. I could shave my face or something, but that's as far as you can naturally, you know, alter your avatar. Except if you do some other shit. Now your avatar looks completely different. Your avatar, you don't even know who the fuck you don't even know. Look at this right here. This is a man, guys. And this is not to shame anything. Like I said, it's just to give you the news that the news doesn't show. This is a male. So you go to Cancun, shout out where my passport bros at. Talk to me, passport bro. Go over there to Dominican Republic. Go to Brazil. You over there in Taiwan. You don't speak the language. All you see is this baddie, brown skin glistening from across the room. This is a male. Can you hear me? Is this thing on me? So they're able to change their avatar, right? And hey, more power to you if that be what you want to do. But then we talked about places like the United Arab Emirates yesterday, where in the Middle East, places like Saudi Arabia, Qatar, I believe Kuwait, they said some places like that, you can't even show the new Spider-Man movie because it has a quick scene with the transgender flag in it. Just a quick little scene, guys. And they took the whole movie down. So remember, across the world, there's different strokes for different folks. And a lot of people say that we're toxic masculine for our beliefs on this type of stuff. I need you to go talk to the Chinese man. Go talk to the Arab man. Go talk to the traditional African man. They will all tell you way worse than we say, and they will say it with no remorse, no apologies. You know, at least over here, we try to spare your feelings. If a black man tells you something about the transgender, you know, or whatever, at least we try to spare your feelings. We try to be politically correct as much as possible. Go talk to somebody in Saudi Arabia. That's what I need to do. I need to go find an interview with somebody that lives in Saudi Arabia that knows all about these laws that say, no, this is complete bullshit. To stop all this bullshit on the podcast. Talk to me in the chat. De facto. We got to stop all this podcast talk. And remember, I love podcasts. Hell, I'm on a podcast. I mean, I don't consider this a podcast, but that's all these dumb niggas know. Podcast. I mean, you know, I guess I am on a podcast, but we need to really gain some control.
Father, you may be a damn good father, but guess what? What are we doing for the community? What are we doing for the children who don't have a father? You don't think the black woman got a right to be angry when she's been raising 2/3 of the kids by herself for 50 years? And the minute she raised her voice, we say she's not humble enough. She had to become masculine to survive the rape, the molestation, the domestic abuse. Are you telling me you can't see how we created that?
I understand that, but she needs to be more
If we was loving our women and taking care of our women, do you think she would be like that? That personality has a history.
If she's picking Pookie and Ray Ray instead of
You're making her a scapegoat.
No, she's picking a scapegoat.
No.
There's good quality men that they ignore.
Why she even got it? Why is there even a Pookie in the selection?
You gotta ask her that.
No. I'm gonna tell you why there's a Pookie in the selection.
Why?
Because black men have abandoned black boys and have allowed social media, white media, athletes, and rappers to raise them. That's why she with Pookie. If we never allow Pookie to develop, she would not have a Pookie. If we're going to be men, the first thing we got to do is take responsibility for why our women feel the way they feel.
I can hear that.
I'm not saying that they're right to disrespect, because even if a woman disrespects me, right, that still don't give me a right to disrespect her, because she's still the queen of the community. Even if she not acting like it, I'm going to give her that respect. But when I hear brothers talk like this discourse we having now, we act like we don't understand.
No,
There's reasons for that shit.
I do understand. Women are so valuable. You get what I'm saying? Like, I think women ground men and help them, you know, propel to the next level. I think men get further in life with a woman, right? But when if I'm a hardworking man, but I'm only looked at as resources, and then she's ready to jump on Tom, Dick, and Harry because he got flash, he's shining a little bit more, his access to money is quicker than mine. It's kind of hard to have that. Well,
no, one, I agree with you, but that's not all sisters.
No, it's not. It's
and if
not.
you're constantly running into that type of woman, then the problem is you, because you're attracting a certain low vibrational energy. Why is
why
that?
not have that same energy for women? You just again, you have
because
the man
we have the conversation as men.
Yeah.
Now, that's Brother Umar Johnson. As I told you before, I was going to discuss him tonight. Now, I was going to do a whole video about it, but I sat and I watched the video. I hadn't seen the whole interview. I only saw clips. I sat and watched the whole interview. It was a really good interview. I like how the brothers were going back and forth respectfully. There was no cursing. There was no dismissing of points. They were all very respectful of each other's words. And you know, Brother Umar has his points. Brother Umar, you know, has his own way of delivering things, and he ultimately has the right to feel how he feels. I will say this: there was a number of things that Umar was saying in that video that I just vehemently disagree with, but he also said a number of true things, and this is why we have to dissect things a lot of times. And this is why, as teachers, I would tell brothers like Umar, we have to do one point at a time. Because when you do these long run-on sentences and you say some truth and some bullshit and some truth and some bullshit, it's hard to, I can't let the whole thing sit. So when I'm talking about Dr. Umar, in no way am I saying he was incorrect in a lot of the things he was saying. As I told you, he basically is asking the same question that we are. Did black men create the whore? This is what I've been asking. I've been recently asking this when I talk about Snoop Dogg, when I talk about Suki Hana. Is it our fault that the black woman is doing what she's doing today? Now, this question can go a million ways, and it just drains me to try to figure out whose fault it is. That's why I don't think we should figure out whose fault it is. We should both figure out the faults that we're making, right? But if we're very clear, guys, this is why people are on these podcasts, these black men are on these podcasts, because for the first time in recent memory, at least since the 1970s, we know we didn't own any publication or broadcast systems, and we didn't have the technologies to do that before 1960 and stuff like that anyway. So now, 1960, 1970, 1980, 1990, 2000, 2010s, 2015s, and up until 2020, the black woman has been able to have her say. What's love got to do with it? Waiting to exhale, The Color Purple, okay, those three right there. I can just name those three right there, and that, oh, forgive me, Diary of a Mad Black Woman. I was thinking about that earlier today. Put a 7 in the chat if you remember that video, that movie, Diary of a Mad Black Woman. Let me jog your memory. You remember Diary of a Mad Black Woman? Yeah, this is actually created by a grown man who got famous wearing a dress like a bitch. But I guess since he owns BET again and he bought, look at this, Tyler Perry bought BET from a white family. Why did a white family own black entertainment television up until a few months ago? And I guess because this person of color owns BET now, we're supposed to be, oh, somebody put your favorite emoji in the chat for Tyler Perry. Now we can turn on BET and watch Diary of a Mad Black Woman and Medea Goes to Target over and over and over again. Medea goes to Cancun. Medea gets a vaccination. Somebody put that in the chat. The newest, I swear, I'm pretty sure this nigga Tyler Perry's gonna come out with Medea gets the vaccination.
I'm not asking what's in the infusion. I'm not looking up all of the ingredients in the infusion. I am sticking out my arm and I am taking the infusion. And that's what we have to.
So I guess because this dude right here owns BET now, or he owns a stake in BET, we're supposed to be happy. But let's talk about Diary of a Mad Black Woman. You remember that movie? Put 3 sevens in the chat if you remember Diary of a Mad Black Woman. I was thinking about that movie earlier. You got, and I don't even remember the whole story. All I remember, and correct me if I'm wrong, for the ladies in the chat, correct me if I'm wrong. You had some dark-skinned, very strong Negroid feature, bald, buff black man, and he's being all aggressive and beating up the his wife, and she's just, oh my God, and she's doing everything she can for him, and I guess he's beating her and being verbally abusive, right? So then he gets cancer, or he gets into an accident, he gets paralyzed, I don't remember. Anyway, this man cannot move. He's in a wheelchair, he can't move from the neck down. And instead of divorce him, or instead of put him in a home, instead of, I don't know, help him, forgive him, like the so-called Christians that you claim to be, isn't it funny how the same Christians who go to church every single Sunday, these women, none of them spoke up against Diary of a Mad Black Woman. I haven't seen one video or one black woman ever go off and say that Diary of a Mad Black Woman, that was propaganda. Diary of a Mad Black Woman was propaganda like The Color Purple on steroids. You remember? And then what does the woman do when the man becomes paralyzed? She beats the fuck out of him worse than he beat her. She's throwing food at his face, and she left this nigga in a frozen bathtub, and she's whispering in this nigga's ear, yeah, nigga, I'ma let you sit in that shitty, dirty diaper, yeah. I'ma let you sit in that shitty diaper for 42 hours. She goes up and whispering all this little Jada Pinkett Smith ass evil shit in his ear. Go watch Diary of a Mad Black Woman. I'm like, how is this okay? And then what did the women say? Well, he abused her. He was verbally abusive. Did you see when he abused her? Okay, I get that. We get that. And that's not right, right? But again, divorce him, call the police, leave, help him, go to church with the nigga. How about you manifest some shit? You whooping this nigga's ass, throwing fucking pizzas all in this nigga's face, slapping this nigga in the face with a goddamn pie like the Three Stooges and shit. You pulling this nigga's nose like the Three Stooges. Onk, onk, ink, onk, ink, onk. You slapping this nigga like the Three Stooges. Go watch Diary of a Mad Black Woman. And none of the black women had no problem with abusing a paralyzed person. Think about that. And this is what Tyler Perry did. That's a shame, guys. Shame. 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 And nobody, and so when you have this, you've had this since the 1970s. So when black men get on our podcast, yes, allow us some time to speak. Allow us some time to argue. Allow us some time to just say some frivolous bullshit. Allow us the ability to just say some frivolous bullshit. The black man needs to be able to be heard too. So we'll talk about Umar, but yes, Umar was saying a lot of stuff. But one thing I don't necessarily agree with, he said it's black men's fault. Listen, this is the main problem I have with Dr. Umar's argument. Because on one hand, and you got to go watch the whole interview. You can go find it, Dr. Umar interview. You'll see it. He's wearing a red vest. It's going really popular on Instagram and stuff, on YouTube right now. Very, because he is Dr. Umar talking to 3 podcast guys, right? And if you remember, Umar, that's what I wanted to show, that video of Umar admitting, that's the video. Hold on. I'm gonna have to show you this video real quick. I'm gonna let you hear this. Because if you remember, Umar got into it with Kevin Samuels when Kevin Samuels was alive. And Umar was basically saying Kevin is a YouTubian. In other words, and remember, I respect Dr. Umar for all of his accolades, but don't disrespect people that are using YouTube as a platform because it's a new platform. This is a new platform. This is something that human beings have never had the ability to do, is get online and talk this shit, right? And yes, I get it. You have all these credentials and stuff like that, but if a fact is a fact, it doesn't matter what your doctorate degree on the wall is. Can somebody talk to me in the chat? If a fact is a fact, your doctorate degree is irrelevant when the facts are presented. So we're speaking about facts, data, evidence, statistics, like Kevin said, and you had a problem with it, right? Now, Kevin's not here to defend himself, and I'm not here to defend Kevin. But what I noticed was Dr. Umar was basically not giving Kevin any credit for the real shit he was bringing out. And my problem is, it's like, bro, do you not see that we have not had anybody? Okay, and this is what Kevin used to say. If Kevin Samuels is not good enough, or he's not the right messenger, then who is, guys? De facto, who is the right messenger if Kevin Samuels isn't the right messenger? Oh, Steve Harvey? De facto said something good last time. He said, Steve Harvey, listen to what Steve Harvey says. The reason why you should respect the woman is because she can make another you. Yeah, listen here, guys. The woman can make another you. Give a round of applause. The woman can make another you, a duplicate of you. She makes another you. This is what Steve Harvey said. That's all she got to do. She don't got to bring nothing to the table. Are you crazy, man? All she got to do, she can make another you. Okay. Well, these women are abusing our fucking mini-me. Somebody put that in the chat. These women are abusing, neglecting, and ostracizing our mini-me's. They are, yeah, make another me and abuse that motherfucker? Well, good job. You can make another me and then have that motherfucker walking around all ashy and dirty while you kick me out the house. Had this nigga with some stupid ass with a pink fucking mohawk. I talked about last night, Lil Boosie was pleading with his baby mama because he's co-parenting with his baby mama. This is some shit that she told him. Lil Boosie said, I want my son to have this kind of haircut. His mom cut the shit off to spite him. And just so you know, next level, these moms gonna start putting your son with a fucking rainbows and all this goofy shit. But I'm gonna show you Umar real quick because we're gonna get back to the story. And mind you, this is a this is a Talk Your Shit Tuesday, so don't worry about me being all over the place. I'm trying to find this Umar interview though. There was one in particular. He has a lot of live videos and stuff. But there was one particular interview where Umar was going off about black women, and I want to show you because he said everything basically that Kevin was saying after Kevin died. Can somebody put that in the chat? Hold on.
Our black men would find black women undesirable.
That wasn't that one. I think it was this one.
With him.
I promise you, if you wait, take your time, worry about yourself, God will...
To want her man to have it all before she commits. The white woman don't need her man to have it all. She just needs to see his potential.
I promise you, if you wait, take your time, worry about yourself, God will send you the person of your dreams. Stop forcing people to be in your life that aren't supposed to be there. That's why they're doing you dirty, because God's telling you they're not supposed to be there.
The black woman tends to want her man to have it all before she commits. The white woman don't need her man to have it all. She just needs to see his potential. And the white woman will back him and support him and ride with him and help develop him until he gets it all. See, one of the things black women gotta stop doing, not all of you, some of you. Not all of you, some of you. When you see a man who ain't got it, but he got the potential and he committed to getting it, commit at that time and ride with him. If you got to sign a contract to say that you guys are co-creators of every idea he comes up with, then make him sign a contract if you're afraid he's going to leave you once he makes it big. But the white woman will get with a broke black man with potential. The white woman will get with a broke black man with potential. The white woman will see the potential in the black man at 21 years old, and she will ride with him until he fulfills his dream and wife him up. Black woman, y'all say you gotta have it all. The house, the car, the degrees, the job, the business, the education, and y'all gonna keep on losing if you keep expecting black men to get all this and then hand it over to you on the silver platter. It's not realistic.
Talk to me in the chat. Did you hear it? 7 in the chat if you heard it. Hold on. 7 in the chat if you heard it. Hold on. Let me refresh the page. So talk to me in the chat. Did you hear that? Now, again, it's a nuanced conversation, but I'm trying to understand on one hand how Dr. Umar is saying that it's the black man's fault that the woman, because essentially this is what he's saying. It's the black man's fault that the woman has chosen the enemy's handouts. And while I could understand some of his sentiments, I would simply push back and say this. You said with your own mouth, Dr. Umar, that these women have unrealistic standards for the black man, period. Period. You said the black woman has unrealistic standards that other groups of women do not have for their men. That's the first thing you need to address. You cannot get on here and say everything's our fault and we need to fix it when the other party that we're supposed to be fixing has unrealistic standards. That's number one. But more importantly than the unrealistic standards of the black woman is this. Dr. Umar, your entire platform is built off of talking about the systematic enforcement of the ideologies of white supremacy. So how is it that you are aware of what white supremacy is doing to us and what white supremacy has its stranglehold on us, but in the same regard, it's our fault for not being able to conquer it? So essentially this, because I don't want to spend the whole night talking about Dr. Umar. Essentially, this is what I would say. For Umar to say that it's black men's fault and not say that, yes, we need to take up arms. I didn't say this. But in order for Umar's theory to be plausible, that means you're going to be okay with and you must encourage black men taking up arms against the United States government. Talk to me in the chat, guys. That means the Army, the military, the Navy, the fucking Space Force, whatever that is, we have to have enough military might, enough numbers, and enough strategy as black men, black American men, because he made the distinction later on in the interview that black American men are a different group than, wait a minute, Dr. Umar, and you can watch the interview, Dr. Umar in this same interview said, you know, black women, you can't talk to these Caribbean African men like this because they have different standards. But wait a minute, so that must mean you know that there's a difference between black Americans and non-black American black men. And you told the black woman she better get her shit in order before she deals with these other men. But she doesn't have to get her shit in order to deal with us. You understand what's going on? So like I said, Umar, in order to do what you're saying, brother, because yes, build a school and every beautiful other thing we need to do, but in order to do what you're saying, we need to knock our woman's head between a washer dryer and defeat the fucking army. Whatever that means to you, because that is who's protecting these women from being out of line. That is who is stopping us from being alpha males or being the men that provide and protect. And let's just keep it a funky buck. I'm tired of the conversations of black men not providing and like you don't understand that we're public enemy number one. Like you don't understand that we're the very proverbial footstool of America. Like you don't understand that every fucking system was made to keep us out of it. And then all of a sudden, we should just overcome. I got into it with another black man. He was from the England, Britain, or the UK, whatever you want to call it, recently. And I love the brother, but I was telling him I'm tired of the conversations always ending with, yeah, well, black people, we just got to do better. What do you mean we got to do better? As if you, and I'm not, and I could go Black Wall Street because that's the easiest thing to say. Do better. What happened to Black Wall Street? They never have an answer for that. They just say, well, do another Black Wall Street. Why? So they could bomb it again? Okay, well, let's talk about the gentrification of the Crenshaw Baldwin Hills Plaza. Can somebody put that in the chat? Do you remember we talked about the Crenshaw Baldwin Hills Plaza where it was a black mall, and I grew up there out there in Crenshaw. It's a predominantly black mall with a lot of African stores and stuff, black American stores, whatever you want to call it. And this mall was up for sale. The black people in the community got together and raised millions and millions of dollars to buy the mall. It was already ours to keep the mall, but we were denied for some reason, and they gave the mall to a Jewish company. And it had nothing to do with the money. It had nothing to do with our lack of organization. Go look up the Crenshaw Baldwin Hills Mall and how they sold it to the Jewish man in spite of us. So these are systematic ways that no matter how on code we are, we're going to be left out of it. So when Umar knows this, Dr. Umar knows this, but for some reason, it's still our fault. And we got to, okay, well, I'll agree with you, Umar. Believe it or not, here's a hot take. I agree with Dr. Umar that it's our fault and we got to do something about it. But in order to do that, we got to knock some heads between the washer and dryer, and we're going to have to figure out how to overtake the United States government. So you tell me how.
As an active member in the community, where we go to every single parent black mother and say, how many sons you got? 2? How many sons you got? 2? Well, guess what? That's your son's big brother. That's your son's big brother. He taking them to school. He doing the homework. He gonna spend a couple hours with him every Saturday. He got his own kids too, but he gonna make time for you. She got masculine because she had to become masculine in order to deal with the rape, the abuse, the domestic violence, the disappointments that men had in her life, and also raising those kids and having to take care of herself all at the same time. The black woman has been the be all in all in our community for half of a century. And now we want to turn around and say because she didn't do it perfectly enough or remain feminine enough when she had to absorb our responsibilities plus her own, that's insensitive and disingenuous. Ray shouldn't exist. And the only reason why Puka and Ray exist because we're not in the community making those boys the men they need to be. Do you see that? And, she don't get a Pookie if you didn't allow a Pookie.
But she got an Eli. She ain't come to Eli. She went to Pookie. And that's what we're trying to say.
She wouldn't have had a Pookie if we didn't allow one.
Hard in my life.
She wouldn't have had a Pookie if we didn't allow one.
But Dr. Umar,
men supposed to make raise the boys.
Right. We as men is holding other men accountable for the same thing that you talking about right now.
What are we doing for the young brothers in the street? So
what you mean, mentoring them? Now I mean he's a great father.
I ain't talking about that's individual. That's good. But that's individualism. Yeah. What are we doing collectively as men to change the trajectory for black boys in the streets right now?
We're being
talking shit.
Yeah, I mean, you could take it.
It's not going to get better unless we put hands on deck. The reason the athletes and the rappers are the role models is the professional black man moved out the hood. Where the dentist at? He ain't in the black community no more. Where the lawyer at? Where the business owner at? Where your city council person at? We abandon black boys, and then we blame black men for poor choices in mates that they should not even have to make if we did a better job raising our boys the right way. At the end of the day, if I'm going to call myself a man, the ultimate responsibility for reconstruction of the black community rests with me. Yes, they have a role. Yes, they have responsibility. But as a man, as a leader, to say I can't fix this shit unless she changes, that's not the definition of a man.
We're on two different accords. Like, I don't think we're saying that. What I'm saying is I'm capable of being that leader, that provider. I've worked hard in my life. You get what I'm saying? I should not have to do.
You still go back to individualism.
But I only feel like we tell black men that we have to now deal with masculine women, women with children.
Why is she masculine? Because she's had to raise the kids alone. Not one woman, brother. A whole community.
So you mean to tell me the only woman I could look forward in my life is a masculine woman that has kids by other men?
No.
That's what I have to look forward to?
But I'm telling you, mistakes made by black men systemically gave rise to the conditions that allowed her to be masculine and made her end up with a man that you consider to be less than what he should be. And I'm telling you, black men are responsible for her being masculine because we have not helped her raise them children.
I am
and
not.
when I say help them raise them children, I don't mean you as the stepdad.
No,
I mean you.
Yeah. Black men willingly leave the household, or was it the system that was?
It was systemic.
All right. So how, if we giving them grace for them having to do it without us, but it wasn't our fault, how are we not getting that same grace and that same respect?
I'm gonna tell you why.
Why?
I'm gonna tell you why. Because black men, as the leaders of the community, now.
We can't be leaders.
Here's the question we got to make. Here's the question. Because the argument y'all make feeds into the feminist agenda.
Okay.
It's an argument that says, I don't want the responsibility.
I'm a leader.
I don't want to fix shit. Right? I'm going to fall back and let her run everything. That's what the feminists tell. They say, look at them, making excuses for why they can't be better men, making excuses for why they can't make better men. You understand? Your argument feeds the feminist narrative.
That's not what we're making excuses for.
I'm saying I am the better man, but I shouldn't be held responsible because you wanted to choose a Pookie and a Ray Ray. That's not me. I worked too hard in my life.
I'm going to go back to what I said.
So, again, you can go watch the whole interview. I was going to chop it up like I usually do, but there was way too many nuggets in there, and I didn't want to leave out anybody's argument. I felt like it would be unfair to paint what Umar was saying with one stroke, because Umar had a lot of valid points in the things he was saying. Another valid point that I want to let it be known, the black woman has been a victim in this fight. We're not here acting like the black woman chose to be in this situation from the beginning. It's not like she just hated the black man from the beginning and the black woman no. There were, like we talked about, the number one way of warfare is to kill the men and give opportunities to the women that you conquered. Why would you kill women that you could have sex with, you could have babies with, they can give you a back massage, they can go and fetch some water? This is what the people have been doing since the beginning of time when they conquered, right? So the woman just so happens to be in the position to gain something. It doesn't mean that she's not still a victim, because when she's conquered as well. But the men being conquered and the women being conquered look differently. Can somebody put that in the chat? Historically, men being conquered and women being conquered look different. Even if you look into the Bible, every time they talked about killing the whole village, what did they say? Kill the boys, leave the girls. So if we understand that as a basic rule of thumb for warfare, why then would we say it's the man's fault? And why then would we not understand that the woman is also a victim? So both things can be true at the same time. The woman is a victim, but it's not the man's fault for making her that victim. Now, are we saying that men are completely without wrong. No, but again, you've had 50 years to tell us how wrong we were. Don't y'all realize y'all have had 50 continuous years and you don't even remember what it looks like to have black men? You can't even say that black men have ever done what black women are doing. You know, black women are out here like the color purple, waiting to exhale types. You can't really say we've ever historically done that now. Again, I'm gonna always bring your attention back to Snoop Dogg, because this is a conversation that we need to have over and over. I will continuously bring your attention back to Snoop Dogg, but you know what? Let's move forward. Where are my people in the chat? I need to. We're only 1 hour in, and we had a really great show last night, guys. I'm really exhausted from last night, to be honest. But here we are again. Tonight we have a very great class too, though. Some things I forgot to tell you. Look at this video right here, and this is something I showed you last night, and we're gonna move forward. I'm gonna tell you what to look for beforehand, because I showed it to you last night, and it slipped my mind. I forgot why I played the video. If you look at this video, you're gonna see a black man arresting 2 drunk, unruly white guys, right? I think it's over there in New Orleans, Bourbon Street, whatever. They were drunk. The black police officer slams him down and arrests him, right? And we were watching last night. We said, wow, you know, bravo, bravo. But the reason why I played this video, I want you to look at it again. This is what it looks like to be on code. You have a lone black officer. Now, he's the authority. The black man is supposed to be the authority. He's the police, but he's black. And look what happens when he slams the guy down. The woman, who has nothing to do with it, she tries to put her hand on the police officer to stop him. She goes to stop. This 100-pound red woman goes to motion to try to stop the black police officer from arresting the white suspect. To where, and you're gonna see it, her black boyfriend, he has to pull her dumb ass away like, no. Watch this. Tell me if you see it.
How is this okay? How is this okay? How is this okay? I'm trying.
So I don't know if you saw that, but just running back if you didn't see it, the woman, she instinctively, she basically acted before she even knew what was going on. Before she could assess the situation and realize she actually couldn't do anything physically about it, she went to motion to try to stop the black man from arresting that red man. She didn't know the red man. She wasn't with him. She couldn't save him. She's not a lawyer, but she goes to instinctively stop the black man. Why is that? It's the same reason why no matter who starts the fight, I've showed you this over and over. Have y'all seen this too? No matter who starts the fight, the moment the black person starts whooping ass, then you want to jump in and stop it. And furthermore, the moment the black person even goes to defend themselves, you're over there jumping in now. You don't want to jump in until the black person defends themselves. Now you're stopping them. But if it's a Jordan Neely, he can choke us to death. You'll never stop it. You see how that works, guys? Talk to me in the chat if you see how that works. If you're Jordan Neely, you can get choked to death and nobody will stop it. But if Jordan nearly chokes a red man, everybody will tell him to stop and calm down. Hey, calm down. Okay, all right, stop, cool it. Nobody cares. Nobody cares what happened to the black man. You could spit in a black man's face and he catches you and beats your ass. They're gonna come to the person who spit in your face's defense. Somebody can kill your mother in her sleep, and you catch them and you're beating their ass, and they're still gonna stop you as a black man from beating that person's ass and tell you to be the bigger person. Put a 7 in the chat if as a black person you've ever been told to be the bigger person against a person who's not black. Just be the big, okay, tell me why. Tell me why should I be the bigger person? If you're not gonna even allow us to make it into heaven. But let's continue. Now I have some good receipts. Let's watch some video, y'all. Let's watch some video. What we got today? Cool. Where my people at? I still got a little bit of energy. Ooh, I got this good receipt here. Nope. Not showing that yet. I'm showing that at 2 hours. 2 hours. Look at this one. How about this?
And this is a big issue in the Republican primary as well. Woke and wokeness and what that means for families around the country. You're quoted saying wokeness is a virus more dangerous than any pandemic, hands down. So for those families who look at you saying that and say, I don't know if wokeness, this pandemic took my family member, what do you say to them?
Well, I have friends and family members. My sister-in-law died from COVID. So look, there's no one closer to it than our family, and we share that grief with all the other families. And that's the reason why I think we need to hold China accountable for exactly what they did to many families. But when you talk about wokeness, don't underestimate the dangers of what this is doing. The wokeness has caused so much damage to our children that we can't have that happen anymore. It is a plague that will impact them for the rest of their lives if we don't put a stop to it. It's dangerous. It's unhealthy. We're seeing it with anxiety and stress on our kids, and we've got to put an end to it.
Whoa, hey, why are you insulting my intelligence?
We need families who are thriving and confident. But liberals have given them the highest inflation in 40 years and the lowest confidence in history. And we need our military to be stronger than ever. But what does Joe Biden have our troops doing? Taking gender pronoun classes. Now, I'm the wife of a combat veteran, and that disgusts me. Our troops already know the difference between men and women. They also know that we need a different commander-in-chief. It's not just our military. On Biden and Harris's watch, this woke self-loathing has swept our country. It's in the classroom, the boardroom, and the back rooms of government. We're told our country is flawed, rotten, and full of hate. Joe and Kamala even say that America's racist. Wokeness is a virus more dangerous than any pandemic, hands down.
Okay, y'all can't hear me. Can y'all hear me now? Can y'all hear me now? Okay, look. All I was saying was this. This woman, let's get back to the story. Wokeness. Do you see how it's becoming more and more prevalent in the mainstream? Okay? Put a thumbs up if you see how prevalent it's becoming in the mainstream for wokeness to be a conversation. And remember who told you that this was going to become a mainstream thing after they hijack it. Woke was never in the news when we had possession of it. Woke was never in the news when it was ours. Notice that. And I told you before, I'm giving you the news that the news doesn't show. So you got the news, but by the time the news is talking about woke, that's not the same type of woke that the news wasn't showing you is talking about when they talk about woke. So you have this woman named Nikki Haley. Somebody put that in the chat. This woman here, her name is Nikki Haley. Allegedly, she was the governor. Can somebody do some research for me real quick? Nikki Haley, Infinite Charms. Who is this woman? She was the governor of, I don't even know. I did some research quickly in like 2010 or 15, whatever. She was the governor, I want to say, of like Colorado or some dumb shit. Anyway, this is a person of color. Somebody tell me where she's from. Who is this woman? Nikki Haley. Where is she from? She was the governor of what? Anyway, she's running for president. Let me just spoil the whole party. This woman allegedly is running for president, and her whole spiel now is destroy woke and woke ideology. Remember, this isn't the only one now. This isn't the only one that's doing this.
As president, I recognize that the woke mind virus represents a war on the truth. So we will wage a war on the woke. We will fight the woke in education. We will fight the woke in the corporations. We will fight the woke in the halls of Congress. We will never, ever surrender to the woke mob. We will make woke ideology, leave it to the dustbin of history. It's gone.
Fuck you, bitch. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Back the fuck up. I'll knock the fuck out you. Damn, man. Hey, tell your kid what the fuck.
So again, you got people from all angles, from this, the left, the right, but they're all attacking wokeness, right? But the question then becomes, as I've told you before, what is this magical word? And this is why I told you when I did the video, Stay Woke, the original Stay Woke. I did Stay Woke, I did Still Woke, I did like 3 of them. Fake Woke. I did like 3 classes specifically about this topic to drill it into your head that they are stealing from us right now. And if you and you're going to say something stupid, your cognitive dissonance is going to say, well, J-Lethal, it's just a word. We always create new words. Yeah, that's the goddamn problem. You keep on creating new shit and they keep on taking it from you. You keep on making excuses for it. You ever heard that song? It starts off like a small town marriage, a lovely life and wife and baby carriage. Now all the stars have cars, it's burdens in Hollywood divorce, Hollywood divorce. Yeah. And I don't have to go to Hollywood, cause Hollywood come through my neighborhood with cameras on. I really think they stealing from us like a sample song. I really think what they would take it back to Hammer's home. The hurricane come and took my Louisiana home, and all I got in return was a darn country song. This whole country wrong. What would you do if I just took a little much on? But you don't even write songs. But Hollywood make you spit like a python and make me soft like a Hollywood. The rims glistening. Damn, I spent my grill's glistening. I spent $100,000 on mine to feel different, but what's the real sense of it? Bling bling, I know, but did you know I'm the creator of the term? I just straightened the perm and let it sit too long. That boy Wayne was spitting. This is before Wayne. This is before Lil Wayne sold his soul to the devil and said he doesn't believe in racism.
Hollywood come through my neighborhood with cameras on. I really think they stealing from us like a sample song. I really wish one day we take it back like Hammer's home. The hurricane come and took my Louisiana home, and all I got in return was a darn country song. This old country wrong. Oh, but you right if you just put a little ice on and cut your mic on, but you don't even write songs. But Hollywood make you spit like a python. I make the cobra, I'm so not the sober. I'm high like a Hollywood. Coffee or soda, you can call me a roller. Hold up, the grill's glistening. Spent 100,000 on mine to feel different. What's the real sense of it? Bling bling, I know, but did you know I'm the creator of the term? I just straighten the perm and let it sit too long. They just making it burn, make a movie about a lifestyle, but they earn like a dead body burned on the mantelpiece. That's why I try not to lie on wax like it's candle grease. And I be the little nigga cooler than antifreeze defrost on your window pane. Lil Wayne, but in Hollywood it's Little Wayne. Now don't let that bar get over you. It's Lil Wayne, but in Hollywood it's Little Wayne. Do you understand the difference? Bars. On the mantelpiece, that's why I try not to lie on wax like it's candle grease. And I be the little nigga cooler than antifreeze defrost on your window pane. Lil Wayne, but in Hollywood it's Little Wayne. Don't make me none, so that's why I got a prenum. I do. Now, forgive me, I do have ADHD, but I hope you understand the vision. Now let's get back to what I'm saying. You let them steal our word, just like they said in Hollywood Divorce. Man, look. You let them steal our shit over and over, and we keep on creating new shit. I guess it's okay, right? Like Andre 3000 said, I guess we just gonna make some new shit, right? But we were onto something when we created. See, this is the difference between woke and all those other stupid words like turn up and bling bling and bootylicious. Don't you remember when they put bootylicious in the Webster's dictionary? They put bling bling. Listen to what Lil Wayne said in that song. He said, yeah, bling bling, I know. But did you know I'm the creator of the term? Lil Wayne is the creator of the term bling bling. And they made this big, beautiful thing and didn't pay him $1 from it. Are you understanding what I'm talking about? Solo says, Wayne threw me off and he was kissing Birdman in the mouth. That was a very strange era. I was watching one of my dudes. I'm going to put some of my J Marvels. Go look that channels up. J Marvels. I think J Marvelous. I forget how to spell it, but it's like J Marvels or J Marvelous. Dude from New York. Ali, don't block this guy. Don't block this guy. Ali Out Ed. I can't read. I am actually don't block this guy, y'all. I can't read. I'm actually what's the word? Dyslexic. So do me a favor. Call in right quick and ask your question right here. Call in real quick. Nope, nobody block. Why do y'all block? Who blocked them? Okay, let me relax. Just so we're clear, class, I know we don't have that many trolls that often. The reason why I like to let the trolls live is because they might have something to say, guys. We don't get a lot of trolls here often anymore. They're kind of scared. So maybe we could learn something or at least have a little fun. Don't block them. What's the fun of blocking them? Yes, we get it. He's a troll. But I'm a bigger troll. That's what I need you guys to remember. I know you guys love me, but we can expose these people. It's all good, Solo. You know I love you, brother. I know y'all do it to keep the flow of things going. But if I see somebody come in, hey, he's not a troll. He asked me a question. Ali, just in case you want to know, brother, you can come back in. You're not blocked. You're just timed out. If you have a question for me, because I can't read, I'm dyslexic. I forgot how to read. So ask me your question right here. Press it right here, and then I'll answer any question you want as truthfully as I can. Speaking of that, guys, let's move forward. So I was talking about this woke thing, right? And there's this woman named Nikki Haley. Did you guys tell me where she's from? Did somebody say she's from Pakistan? Or she's from India? Don't tell me we got another Kamala Harris on our hands. This woman running for president, she's a Kamala Harris fan. So she's
talking about woke is a virus and we need to stop woke. But this is the question that I need to start asking you guys. At the end of the day, guys, where did these people hear these words? This is where you have to start asking, because you better believe they're going to hold you accountable for the language that you use. If you use language that's incorrect, they're going to say, no, that's not what this word means and this, that. So where did they get this word woke from, and why are they shoving it down our throats? Put that in the chat. Ali, Adu Ed, whoever you are, Allah Akbar, whatever your name is, put this in the chat. Why do they use woke, and what is woke?
Woke, the word woke, used to be used by progressives to talk about an awareness of inequities and historical inequities. But obviously it means something else to conservatives criticizing it. What does it mean to you? How do you define woke?
There's a lot of things. I mean, you want to start with biological boys playing in girls' sports. That's one thing. The fact that we have gender pronoun classes in the military now. I mean, all of these things that are pushing what a small minority want on the majority of Americans, it's too much. It's too much. I mean, the idea that we have biological boys playing in girls' sports, it is the women's issue of our time. My daughter ran track in high school. I don't even know how I would have that conversation with her. How are we supposed to get our girls used to the fact that biological boys are in their locker rooms? And then we wonder why a third of our teenage girls seriously contemplated suicide last year? We should be growing strong girls, confident girls. Then you go and you talk about building a strong military. How are you going to build the morale in a strong military when you're doing gender pronoun classes? Why is it that you have, kids undergoing critical race theory, where if a little girl's in kindergarten, if she goes into kindergarten, if she's white, you're telling her she's bad. If she's brown or black, you're telling her she's never going to be good enough and she's always going to be a victim. All of these things have gone to where they are pushing, and transgender, the whole issue of the transgender, it's not that people don't think in America you should live the way you want to live. I want everybody to live the way they want to live. But stop pushing your views on everybody else. That's the problem, is they're starting to push everything on the rest of us.
Okay, so you guys heard that. From what you just heard, because she used a lot of words, did you hear a clear definition of the word woke? I'm going to ask you again. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but listen to the fact that he asked her, what is woke? And then realize she went on for 3 full minutes. Since when does a definition have 3 minutes with examples and everything like that? If I ask you, what is a motorcycle? A motorcycle is a 2-wheeled vehicle used for transportation. You see how I can do that? What is a TV? A TV is a usually square, fucking mechanical device with a lens on it used for viewing media. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is a fucking bed? A bed is a soft thing used for sleeping. What is woke? Well, in 1996, the woke liberal conservatives and their media propaganda machine. So now you start making, now you get woke trying to define woke. These motherfuckers get fake woke trying to define woke.
Youth is about how this is affecting even younger kids now. This lack of opinion and this really rigid forced conformity has come to our K through 12 spaces also. It used to be limited to woke college students, but now it's everywhere. So it used to be limited to woke college students, but now it's everywhere. And, I love that Whoopi's, finally aware of it and finally ready to fight back on it. But again, maybe they should start on their show.
In fact, I want to just read a quote from your book. This is call for number 4, if I could. Your take on wokeism's effect on children, where you say, quote, if they can make our children miserable, lead them to question every building block of society and rebuild their entire concept of reality, then the left and their woke indoctrinators will consider that a victory. Go into a bit more detail on that.
Look, this isn't the first time in history that a totalitarian, minority has risen up and tried to shut down the views of the majority. And that's what's going on in America today. You're only allowed to have certain opinions. You're only allowed to state them in a certain way. And that's what wokeness is. It's a leftism, but it's coupled with a very forced conformity that even people who are on the left feel that they need to abide by, like Whoopi Goldberg. So, we see this happening in all facets of society. Our book focuses a lot on what's happening with children, specifically in schools, at their pediatrician's office, in the library, and so on. But the win for me is raising resilient children who won't shout down a speaker at their college because they disagree. And that should be really the goal for a lot of us.
So again, as you see, the common narrative, whether it be the average talking head on Fox News or the next presidential candidate, everybody's talking about woke now. And we didn't get a dime from it. Do you see that? Not only did we not get a dime because, hell, we didn't have a trademark on the phrase, sure. We didn't get credit for creating that term. Not only did we not get credit, this is the main part, we didn't get recognition, and they didn't respect us enough to even keep the definition the same. They didn't even just steal. It's one thing when somebody steals something from you and they keep it the same. It's another thing if they steal it from you and then fuck it up and then they're still walking around outside with it. So this is what they did to the word woke. De facto, you already know that. And I just want to show you how it was a shout out to Taurine Rain. I was in his, he had a video earlier that was talking about this, and that's where I even saw the little clip. I had to go find, everybody had clips of it, but nobody had the full clip. I had to find a full clip of her saying this bullshit. And then I realized, Ron DeSantis, all these other people are talking about a war on woke. Look at this one right here. Ron DeSantis, he said, we have to fight the woke. Look at this. We have to fight the woke. We know what woke is, DeSantis replied. It's a form of cultural Marxism. It's about putting merit and achievement behind identity politics. And it's basically a war on the truth. So he says that woke is a war on the truth. And as that has infested institution, it has corrupted a lot of institutions. So you've got to be willing to fight the woke. So this is what a lot of people are literally standing their whole platform on this. And I'm wondering the question again. Let me ask you guys in the chat. Are these people purposely destroying this word from what it meant? Or do they really believe that the transgender and stuff is what woke is? That's a very important thing to ponder too. Maybe you could never really get the answer, but the people who are butchering this word woke, did they purposely know where it came from and they're purposely trying to mislead it into a bastardized direction? Or somehow did they mistake the word woke for a transgender agenda and they accidentally are calling this woke? But when you think about it more and more, it seems like it's more contrived. It almost seems like they're doing it on purpose because so many people wouldn't be doing it with so much force accidentally. You accidentally chose to use the word woke to describe this bullshit. Woke has never been that. The real woke people are speaking about the transgender agenda. So how does that match up? How does that match up, guys? I don't know. How about this one? Oh, you saw this one. We showed this one last week. At 2 hours, I'm about to go in, guys. Just everybody needs to get your shit together at 2 hours. But either way, I'm always going in. Remember this one?
We have to act as a nation. We need to push back against the hundreds of callous and cynical bills and laws introduced in states targeting transgender children, terrifying families, and criminalizing doctors and nurses. These bills and laws attack the most basic values and freedoms we have as Americans. That's not hyperbole, that's a fact.
Remember the woman who, and I'm not going to show the video again because a lot of y'all said it was just too much. The woman who at that event that I just showed you right now with Joe Biden, the transgender woman took her breasts out and shook them at the camera. I'm not going to show it again. I was about to show it, but I said, you know what? Let me just move forward. She took her breasts out. He took his breasts out, shook it at the camera, covered his nipples, and it was a big thing, right? This is something that I want you to see. This is right after that footage happened. The footage of that person that showed their breasts at the White House. This is a transgender that showed their breasts at the White House. Then, because you know what happens, a lot of people do some dumb shit online thinking that they're about to go viral or thinking that they're going to get support, and then when they get some backlash, now they want to backtrack and now they want to issue an apology, or now they want to make a statement. So this transgender person at the White House got invited by Joe Biden. Personally invited by Joe Biden, over there kissing Joe Biden, taking pictures with Joe Biden, and took the tits out and showed these Frankenstein titties. And I'm just saying, this is all I'm saying. I'm not trying to be mean. You took your Frankenstein titties out and shook them at the world, right? This is what the person said immediately after that.
Conservatives are trying to use the video of me topless at the White House to try to call the community groomers, etc. And I would just like to say that, first of all, going topless in Washington, D.C. is legal. And I fully support the movement in freeing the nipple, because why is my chest now deemed inappropriate or illegal when I show it off? However, before coming out as trans, it was not. All you're doing is affirming that I am a woman. All you're doing is saying that trans women are women, because for some reason, people like to sexualize women's bodies and say that they are inappropriate. My trans masculine friends were showing off their top surgery scars and living in joy, and I wanted to join them. And because it is perfectly within the law in Washington, D.C., I decided to join them and cover my nipples just to play it safe, because I wanted to be fully free and myself. I had zero intention of trying to be vulgar or be profane in any way. I was simply living in joy, living my truth, and existing in my body. Happy Pride, free the nipple.
So that person said that right after that video went viral, right? But this is something that I wanted to show you, and I thought it was important to show you, and it's pretty big news, and I think it's because of people such as you and I. Because shortly after this person showed their breasts at the White House, and by the way, this is a transgender that went to the White House on the Pride celebration, showed their breasts right in front of the Oval Office. And then it says here, according to NBC News, trans model Rose Montoya has officially been banned from the White House. Now, this was, to me, surprising. I don't know how it is to you guys. It was surprising to me to hear this woman this transgender person was banned from the White House for going topless at the Pride event held there. It says a White House spokesperson said, "This behavior is inappropriate."
What?
Can you believe that? I'm literally can't even believe my eyes. I'm in shock. The White House actually said that a transgender's self-expression is inappropriate and disrespectful.
What?
This must have been a glitch in the Matrix where the White House was actually acting normal, like actually acting like a justice place or something. This was definitely some weird glitch in the Matrix, but somehow somebody tinkered with the Large Hadron Collider and got the White House to actually shame. Somebody put that in the chat. Shame Shame. Shame.
Shame. Shame. Shame. Shame. Shame. Shame.
What I think it is, to be honest, if I'm being very honest, and by the way, it says the White House spokesperson said, "This behavior is inappropriate and disrespectful for any event at the White House. It is not reflective of the event we hosted to celebrate the LGBTQI families or other hundreds of guests who were in attendance. The individuals in the video will not be invited to future events." So this person is actually being held accountable, and I do not believe the White House. Let me read some of the comments, because Bryce said something, I don't know, maybe we're on the same page here, but Bryce says this is nothing but smoke and mirrors. I personally believe something similar. I believe, if this is what you're talking about, I believe the only reason why the White House put out this statement is because the Bud Light backlash, the Dylan Mulvaney backlash, the Target backlash, the Balenciaga backlash, everybody's finally standing up and speaking out, saying something, and the White House wants to continue to seem like the good guy while playing both sides of the fence. So they're gonna openly support transgenderism. They're gonna be aware that the person's showing their tits, but if the internet said it was okay, they would have never put out this statement. I need to let you guys know that I'm moving forward. If the internet overwhelmingly said this was okay and was not calling this out in the midst of all this controversy, the White House would never ban this person. They're only doing that because people like you and me exist. Crystal, people like you and me exist out here, and we're making a lot of noise. That's why these people are now being held accountable.
Today I need to apologize. Earlier this month, I was invited by the White House to attend a Pride celebration with both President Biden and Dr. Biden. I, alongside other powerful voices in the queer and trans communities, were invited to be represented, seen, and heard in unique and a very special way. As anti-2S LGBTQIA+, especially anti-trans violence and legislation runs rampant across our country, I was proud to be invited to speak at the National Press Club during my trip to Washington, D.C., in order to speak about transgender people and experiences at the highest levels of our nation. In a quick moment of fleeting and overwhelming trans joy, I decided to do something unbecoming of a guest of the president at the White House lawn celebration. More so than ever before, I have learned how powerful and just how impactful my actions are, and how impactful it is when we share our stories and experiences, and how we do so with the world. I want to take this moment to apologize for the impact of my actions. I especially want to apologize to my Black trans brothers and siblings, especially transgender women who are Black, because I understand that you all are constantly, at a disproportionate level, impacted by the actions of others, and especially by anti-trans violence. I would also like to apologize to my family and friends who have been harassed. I would also like to apologize to my own community, the 2S LGBTQIA+ community. And last but not least, I would like to apologize to the president, the White House, and the nation. It was also never my intention to create a situation that would lead to harassment and harm of myself and others, nor for trans joy, like my little moment of trans joy, to be weaponized by vile people of the opposition. Moving forward, I am committed to using this moment as a catalyst for creating positive change, both within myself and within the broader community and the world at large. It is my sincere intention to actively promote empathy, equity, inclusion, and understanding through my words and my actions and my advocacy efforts. I also feel energized to educate and articulate to others the importance and power of trans joy in a more effective way. Finally, as I work to engage in meaningful conversations with my community and my allies, I would like to ask for everyone, especially media outlets and journalists, to please respect mine, my family's, my friends, and my loved ones' privacy during this time.
Okay.
Nigga like me, I never do that.
A nigga like you.
I'm not one of those niggas.
Put that in the chat. I'm not one of those niggas to go get some titty strapped to my chest talking about trans joy. I'm not one of those niggas. You got it, bro. And listen to the type of stuff that they say. I need you to listen to how they apologize. This is the serpent tongue apologizing right here. I apologize that my moment of trans joy was weaponized by the opposition. Sir, you showed your Franken tits. You showed these man-made concoctions on your chest. Live up to it. Own up to it. It's an apology, right? You see how it's... I just want to apologize to the black community. Why? What is the black community? Can somebody tell me what does the black community have to do with this? I want to apologize to the black community, and especially people of color, because black people are disproportionately affected by trans bodies being murdered. I told you when they start talking like that. And where's the dude who was talking shit in the comments, or whatever question that dude had in the comments? I want somebody to call in. I want the dude to call in that said he had a question for me. How come I don't have any trolls until there's one troll with some outlandish shit, but they don't want to answer? Like, call in. You don't have to show your face. Call in. Matter of fact, this Talk Your Shit Tuesday, y'all. I'm moving like it's a class. I forgot I can just do whatever I want on Talk My Shit Tuesday. Somebody put that in the chat. Talk Your Shit Tuesday, you can do whatever the fuck you want. You can do whatever you want on Talk Your Shit Tuesday.
Have you ever made a man without touching his before?
Yes, I was eating his and it was the first time he's ever had that done. And he tried to pretend like he didn't like it in the beginning, but by the end I made him and I didn't even touch his once.
So how long would you say you were like eating his for him to...
Probably like 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I was like in there. I was like deep in.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
Have you ever made a man without touching his before?
Yes, I was eating his and it was the first time he's ever had that done. And he tried to pretend like he didn't like it in the beginning, but by the end I made him and I didn't even touch his once.
So how long would you say you were like eating his for him to...
Probably like 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I was like in there. I was like deep in there, like, yeah, definitely had to take a shower after that one. He was a little embarrassed because he had to own up to the fact that he liked having eaten. And for the longest time, he's like, no, I don't like that. Like, it wouldn't feel good for me. And then less than 10 minutes, and I made him.
That is crazy, girl. Have you ever done it again?
Yeah, I love eating it. It's one of my.
Ooh, child.
Also, I want to say this to my brother Umar Johnson. I love Dr. Umar Johnson. I don't care what nobody says. You don't have to agree with everything a man says. You know, no man is God. Dr. Umar, I disagree with a lot of your takes on modern women. Especially since you're flip-flopping. I just showed the video earlier where Umar said that these women have unrealistic standards. So pick one. Somebody put that in the chat. Pick one. Either women have unrealistic standards of our black men that these other women don't have of their men, or men are not doing what we need to do, and it's our fault that our women have unrealistic standards. How the fuck is it our fault that women have unrealistic standards? Because that's what you're saying essentially. If it's our fault that everything that the black woman is doing is our fault and we need to fix it, it's our fault she has unrealistic standards. It's our fault that we can't live up to her unrealistic standards. Do you see that? So according to Dr. Umar, it's black men's fault that black women have unrealistic standards, and it's our fault that we can't be Buzz Lightyear. They want us to pull up like Prince Charming, no other community. And this is why I love Kevin Samuels for saying, and I brought this out a few times in debate. You know, Kevin, you know, a lot of black women will say, well, you want us to live up, you want us to, nobody else has to deal with mediocrity. No other woman has to deal with mediocrity. I'm going to say it like this. And Kevin, I got this from Kevin Samuels. Maria Esmeralda Griselda, she rubs her man's back after he gets home from sitting next to the fucking Home Depot for 8 hours. You know what I'm talking about. Anybody that lives next to any Home Depot, go look over by the side. You're going to see about 50-11 Mexicans sitting over there drinking beers, whatever the case. They're ready to do whatever little side job. They're making enough to make enough for a motherfucking 12-pack of Modelo Especial and a goddamn burritos for the family when they get home. He comes home, he's not making that much money. He's standing underneath the tree with his amigos waiting to do a side job at Home Depot. He comes home, Esmeralda rubs his back, rubs his feet. She prepares the motherfucking chorizo. So don't tell me that the black woman is the only one that has to put up with a man who's not making that much and he gotta own the entire bus system. No, 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 no.
If another childless person tells me how to be a father, I'll scream. I know this is gonna get me on TikTok for sure, but here I go. If another woman tells me how to be a father, I will open my mouth and flat out scream.
But wait, there's more. Hang on to your seat, baby, cause this one's a screamer.
If another childless person tells me how to be a father, I'll scream. I know this is gonna get me on TikTok for sure, but here I go. If another woman tells me how to be a father, I will open my mouth and flat out scream. You can no more tell me how to be a father than I can tell you how to birth a baby. I don't know nothing about birthing a baby. I don't know nothing about nursing a child. You have to know what you don't know. Shut up being the teacher and just be the wife. How do you know how to be a father? Not only are you not a father, most of you didn't even have a father, and yet you're an expert on how to be.
Ooh, child.
Again, the Large Hadron Collider. Somebody talk to me in the chat. This is the Large Hadron Collider right here. That boy was spit. That boy got possessed by the real Holy Spirit. Now that was the Holy Spirit on TD Jakes. I never thought I would say that. TD Jakes caught the actual Holy Spirit, not the fake ass alhamdulillah. Remember, I think I might have posted, I know it's on my Patreon for sure, but I don't know if it's on my I think I ended up posting it on my channel. Anyway, I posted a video of TD Jakes and Tyler Perry, their secret little friendship. And did you ever see the video? And the people who follow me on Patreon and stuff like that, you've seen it, where TD Jakes is praying over Tyler Perry. No, Tyler Perry is praying over TD Jakes. It's the funniest shit. You gotta see it. It's the funniest shit, guys. But this is the first time in my life, TD Jakes, I will say, this man caught the Holy Ghost. He said, not only do you not know what a father looks like, bitch, you didn't have a father. Talk to me in the chat.
What'd you say? Do I have a dad?
Why do you ask that?
I don't know, but do I have one?
Of course you do.
What?
If another childless person tells me how to be a father, I'll scream. I know this is gonna get me on TikTok for sure, but here I go. If another woman tells me how to be a father, I will open my mouth and flat out scream. You can no more tell me how to be a father than I can tell you how to birth a baby. I don't know nothing about birthing a baby. I don't know nothing about nursing a child. You have to know what you don't know. Shut up being the teacher and just be the wife. How do you know how to be a father?
Not only are you not a father, most of you didn't even have a father, and yet you're an expert on how to be.
Now, I'm gonna say something. De facto says something just blew my mind. De facto says something just blew my mind. De facto said, don't, again, this is smoke and mirrors like Bryce said. It's just like when the White House put out that press conference saying, oh, we're banning this transgender for showing their tits. You think Joe Biden gives a fuck of transgender showing their tits on the front lawn at the Oval Office? No. Joe Biden's doing that because of the backlash that America's facing right now. So, de facto says, this is the same thing TD Jakes is doing. And listen, if you listen closely, TD Jakes said, I know I'm going to get on TikTok for this one, but... So, he's aware of what's happening on TikTok. He's aware of the conversations that's happening on TikTok. Good point, de facto. He can't pander to them as much anymore. Now he's trying to pander to the red pill. That's a good point. But Solo Dolo says, no, he's going to keep on pandering to these bitches. I believe both things are true. I think he's trying to transition and trying to appeal more to another base because he sees that the church, as it were, is dying. There's a new movement going on. It still is the church, but not that traditional church that they did with the Holy Ghost and all that stuff like that. So he might be trying to revolutionize himself, go into the new modern era. Again, he mentioned TikTok. He has to know about Kevin Samuels. Believe it. Jay-Z knows about... Can somebody put that in chat? I just need to say this real quick. Jay-Z knows about Kevin Samuels, guys. I don't think I ever just said this, but Jay-Z knows about Kevin Samuels. Barack Obama knows about Kevin Samuels. Oprah Winfrey, with her big glorious tits, she was rubbing herself to Kevin Samuels. I'm telling you the truth. This is actually forbidden information. Oprah Winfrey was rubbing herself. She was turned on and equally angry watching those calls. Actually, Oprah Winfrey was 1 second away from calling Kevin Samuels' show one time, but she forgot that she was Oprah Winfrey, so she didn't want to blow her cover. But if you listen closely, Oprah Winfrey was in the background of one of these calls when they called Kevin Samuels. This woman rubbed herself to Kevin Samuels. Allegedly. Allegedly. So, TD Jakes... Oh, you better believe TD Jakes heard about Kevin. And what did TD Jakes say? TD Jakes said, "Oh, well, I'm gonna say what I've been with." Nigga, we've been saying this. Anyway, let's continue. Y'all remember this one right here?
Public service live.
Talk your shit Tuesday. Somebody put that in the chat. We're about to move forward. This is something that I forgot to talk about last night too. I talked about it real quick and I showed how this woman did credit card fraud. Now somebody put that in the chat. This next video I'm showing you, this woman was locked up for credit card fraud over 2 years. And she's talking about how she hates broke niggas and broke baby daddies. She doesn't have any kids, and she admitted to ending the life of a baby on her rap song. She bragged about ending the baby's life on her rap song. She did 2 years in prison for federal credit card fraud charges. But listen to her talk her shit. Hey, it's Talk Your Shit Tuesday. So who am I to, segregate who can talk their shit Tuesday? I said it's Talk Your Shit Tuesday. It's Talk Your Shit Tuesday.
Public service live. Public service.
Just don't say that.
Just say
PSA.
PSA, bitch. PSA, bitch. I was trying to say public service announcement, but bitch, that sounds like a lot of words right now. Public service, a motherfucking announcement, bitch.
You saying me, hello?
Hey, I'm on live. Don't talk about a bitch. Don't talk about your baby daddies. Don't talk about your baby daddy bitch either. Fuck that hoe. Fuck my ex, you can keep that nigga. Hold on. You know how, like, for real, all my friends got baby daddies. Dead ass serious. Every last one of my friends here got baby daddies. Me, Bitch, I'm F-R-E-E, baby daddy free. I'm a motherfucking city girl. Ain't shit pregnant about me, bitch. You know what? I'm on y'all side. I'm on the baby mama side. I'm on the baby mama side this summer. I'm on the baby mama side this summer. I'm gonna tell y'all why I'm on the baby mama side this summer. Fuck a baby daddy, I'm with the baby mamas. Fuck a baby daddy. Bitch, tired ass, po ass, raggedy ass, slow ass niggas. Child support, dodging ass niggas. Splodging ass niggas. Hoe ass, pussy ass. For real, dead ass. Child support, dodging ass motherfucking niggas. Fuck baby daddies all summer, bitch. We gonna catch y'all pussy niggas in the fall. Fuck y'all talking about. Catch me in the fall, that's all. Catch me in the fall, that's all, bitch. We outside for the motherfucking summer, bitch. And get them motherfucking kids for the summer, you pussy ass niggas. I hate a baby daddy, bitch. I hate a baby daddy that don't do nothing for their motherfucking kids. I can't stand a baby daddy that don't do nothing for their motherfucking kids. But outside, bitch, take your motherfucking ass in the house and change your motherfucking diaper, you broke ass motherfucking nigga. Pussy ass motherfucking nigga. Summer cancel for your broke ass. Summer cancel for y'all broke ass niggas. Summer for the niggas that take care of their kids. Summer for the niggas who take care of their kids and the niggas who got motherfucking racks in their motherfucking pockets. If you a broke nigga, take your motherfucking ass to work, bitch. If you a broke nigga, take your pussy ass to work, bitch. You shouldn't be nowhere outside for the motherfucking summer. If you broke, bitch, take your pussy ass in the house, bitch. And don't take your ass in nobody motherfucking section this summer, you broke ass motherfucking niggas. Summer cancel for you broke ass niggas. I can't stand niggas. I swear to God, I can't stand niggas. I mean that. I'm getting mad thinking about niggas. I don't like niggas. I hate niggas, bitch. I can't. Oh, when you with me? I hate niggas. I can't stand niggas. Bitch, take y'all broke ass in the motherfucking house, bitch. And y'all hoes stop taking care of these pussy ass niggas. Fuck these niggas. These niggas ain't shit. These niggas ain't on shit. These niggas is pussy. Okay. Fuck y'all talking about, man. Getting mad, think about niggas. I hate niggas. I hate them. I get mad when I think about a nigga because I don't like niggas. Like, niggas think they be up one, bitch. Y'all niggas will never be up one, bitch. Y'all niggas will never be up one, bitch. Where the bottle at? Fuck that. Savannah, bring the motherfucking bottle. My assistant's who lit? No, I'm serious. I don't like niggas. I hate them. You know why I hate niggas? I personally hate niggas because niggas really think they smarter than a bitch. Ain't nobody who think with their motherfucking dick smarter than me. Because I think with my brain. If you think with your dick, you can never be smarter than me, you dumbass nigga.
This is something I forgot to show you. This is what I was going to show you last night. And YouTube is fucking up. YouTube, stop playing with my numbers because I know you're tinkering with my numbers. I'm already figuring out how y'all tinker with my numbers, YouTube. So, YouTube, you might as well stop playing with my numbers. But this is what I wanted to show you last night that I forgot to show you. This is the same woman that told black men, go, get your broke ass to work, nigga. If you're a broke nigga, now mind you, this is the woman right here. Somebody put that in the chat. JT from the City Girls. This is the woman right here, JT from the City Girls. Now, of course, these mugshots are before she had money. You know, there's a funny saying that they have going around. It says, "You're not ugly." Somebody put that in the chat. When it comes to people like JT and all of these mugshots that she got for credit card fraud and all these stupid things that she was doing, while she's telling us that we're broke, when it comes to somebody like, if you said that she looks crazy in these pictures right here, I would just say, as the internet says, you're not ugly, you're just broke.
Make
I forgot to show you this yesterday. This is all the mugshots of JT. Now I have a few mugshots. Somebody put that in the chat. So don't let me fool you like I'm just some perfect citizen. I have my own mugshots. I showed you guys before. Can y'all hear me? Damn, YouTube, stop fucking with a nigga. I have all these people in the chat, and YouTube is saying I have 2 people in the chat. That means that's me and somebody else. So YouTube, so I have 2 people in the chat right now, right, YouTube? If you're listening to this, if you're listening to the sound of my voice, please put a 7 in the chat. I need to see how YouTube's fucking with me. Because I opened up my separate tab, a separate channel, and I'm watching the stream on my channel. So there's no way there's only 2 people in the chat because because my other channel's watching this. I'm going to put a 7 right here. So you have all these 7s in the chat, but YouTube says, look, you have a 7. 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 But YouTube says we have 3 people in the chat. I just want y'all to see the type of shit that I can see on my end. Solo Dolo says he has a 7. All these people, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people in the chat, but YouTube says I'm 2 people deep. Okay, I just need you to see how they're doing me, guys. But since you two want to play, somebody put that in the chat. Okay, you want to play rough? Okay, YouTube. I just wanted to have a nice little Talkish Tuesday. Somebody put that in the chat. I just wanted to have a Talkish Tuesday. But okay. By the way, this is my son, Christian Lee. Beautiful son. Remember we talked about Lil Boosie? He said he cried because his baby mama cut his son's hair off. You don't understand. If you don't understand, then you just don't understand. It is what it is. But okay. You want to talk? You want to play rough? Talk to me in the chat. You want to play rough? Okay.
Fuck that. I don't need that shit in my life. You die, motherfucker. Oh my God. What do you think I am, huh? What do you think I am, a fucking worm like you? I told you, man. I told you, don't fuck with me. I told you, no fucking kids. No, but you wouldn't listen. Right, you stupid fuck. Look at you now.
Everybody's wearing Skims.
Every day the kid gets to switch of whose music they want to plug in and listen to on the way to school, and North was listening to Ice Spice. And I didn't know who that was at the time. And I was like, this is the moment where I feel really old, where my daughter is now teaching me what's cool. I then had the idea to put her in a Skims campaign. So that all came through North and what she liked. I think it's always tough when you're co-parenting and someone wants something and someone doesn't. I would say the Ice Spice videos, she said, Mommy, can I post this? I was out of town, so I had my nanny was there and allowed it. And then as soon as I saw the words and everything, I was like, oh, no, we're taking this down. She was totally understood. So I think that's the trial and error sometimes. And, you know, and then I saw on the internet, it's like, Kanye was right, you know, and maybe he was, you know, in that instance. And
I am Shakespeare in the flesh. Walt Disney, Nike, Google. Now, who's going to be the Medici family and stand up and let me create more? Or do you want to marginalize me till I'm out of my moment?
Or why don't you empower yourself and don't need them and do it yourself?
How, Sway?
Take a few steps back to go.
You ain't got the answers, man. You ain't got the answers.
Kanye.
You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers, Sway.
Kanye.
I've been doing this more than you.
Doing what
you
more
ain't
than
got,
me? Come on, chill out.
You
bro.
ain't got the answers.
Kanye,
you ain't got the answers.
I'm asking you.
You
a
ain't been
question.
doing the education,
bro.
You ain't been doing the education.
Hey, I'm not staying, I just wanna play. In the party, you just wanna romp. Big boots in the bus, they pump. She a baddie, she knows she a 10. She a baddie with her baddie friend. I think he begged me to stay. Hey, I'm not staying, I just wanna play. In the party, you just wanna romp. Big boots in the bus, they pump. She a baddie, she knows she a 10. She a baddie with her baddie friend. I think he begged me to stay. Hey, I'm not staying, I just wanna play. In the party, you just wanna romp. Big boots in the bus, they pump. She a baddie, she knows she a 10. She a baddie with her baddie friend. He say that I'm good enough, got my think about shit that I shouldn't have. So I tell him it's one of me, he making fun of me. His girl is a bum to me, like that boy is a cat. Saying he home, but I know where he at. Like, bet he blowing her back. Think about me, cause he know that it's fact. Everybody's wearing Skims.
Every day the kid gets to switch of whose music they want to plug in and listen to on the way to school, and North was listening to Ice Spice. And I didn't know who that was at the time. And I was like, this is the moment where I feel really old, where my daughter is now teaching me what's cool. I then had the idea to put her in a Skims campaign. So that all came through North and what she liked. I think it's always tough when you're co-parenting and someone wants something and someone doesn't. I would say the Ice Spice videos, she said, Mommy, can I post this? I was out of town, so I had my nanny was there and allowed it. And then as soon as I saw the words and everything, I was like, oh, no, we're taking this down. She was totally understood. So I think that's the trial and error sometimes. And, you know, and then I saw on the internet, it's like, Kanye was right, you know, and maybe he was, you know, in that instance. But in the creative side, where she loves making slime videos and doing her little hair tutorials, I will fight for her to be creative in those ways. So it's always a compromise. No one's always going to agree. And you just have to do the best that you can as a parent to try to protect your kids, but also let them be creative.
I'm a genius!
Talk Your Shit Tuesday, guys. Who's the one that was on this Kanye thing? Who's the one? Now, mind you, it's not about idol worship. Who's the one that held the conversation to a larger conversation about the culture, a larger conversation about our kids, a larger conversation about divorce in America, a larger conversation about primary custody and visitation, non-custodial dad, about the house next door, what you think the point of really being rich for? Bougie and unruly, y'all need to do some chores. Rich ass kids, this ain't your mama house. Climb on top your brother's shoulders, get that top ramen out. God save me from that crash, just so I can whoop the new boyfriend's ass. Who? And my new bitch bad. Yeah, I bet Illuminati mad. Did you see what Kim Kardashian, she said? She said, maybe he's right. Can somebody put that in the chat? Kim Kardashian said, maybe Kanye was right. Just in case you don't know what we're talking about, again, we're talking about this 9-year-old girl shaking her ass to a song about getting your back blown out. Can somebody put that in the chat? Oh, I guess it's not too far-fetched when we find out these women are giving their daughters dildos at 12 years old. And if you didn't see that video, go watch it on my channel. It reached over 2,000 views before YouTube tried to stop the algorithm, but it's still up there. Black women out here giving their daughters dildos at 13 to rub their coochie. In the means of sexual liberation, of course. So I guess it's not too far-fetched to have your 9-year-old daughter. I mean, at what age, and I hate to go there, but at what age would a woman, mind you, the black woman was giving their daughters dildo at 13. All three of them agreed. So don't tell me it's just Kim Kardashian because she's a white bitch. See, Kanye should have got with the black woman. Stop that there. We're not having that hamster wheel shit over here. Dr. Umar conversation over here. See, Dr. Umar would see that video of this little girl shaking her ass, and Dr. Umar would say, well, see, if Brother Kanye would have got with a black woman, a black Nubian goddess queen, that would have never happened. That would have never happened. If Kanye would have got with the black Nubian queen, that would have never happened. Only the snow bunny does that. See, no, you can't do that, Umar. That's not how we're doing it. Because I have footage of the black woman admitting she's handing off dildos to her child. So let's talk about
it. I'm not staying, I just want to play. In the party, you just want to romp. Big boots in the bus, they pump. She a baddie, she knows she a 10. She a baddie with her baddie friend. I think he begged me to stay. Babe, I'm not staying, I just want to play. In the party, you just want to romp. Big boots in the bus, they pump. She a baddie, she knows she a 10. She a baddie with her baddie friend. I think he begged me to stay. Babe, I'm not staying, I just want to play. In the party, you just want to romp. Big boots in the bus, they pump. She a baddie, she knows she a 10. She a baddie with her baddie friend. I think he begged me to stay.
He say that I'm good enough, got my think about shit that I shouldn't have. So I tell him it's one of me, he making fun of me. His girl is a bum to me, like that boy is a cat. Saying he home, but I know where he at. Like, but he blowing her back. Think about me, cause he know that it's fat.
I bet he's blowing her back out, thinking about me because he know that my ass is fat. I bet he's blowing some bitch back out. And so Kim Kardashian wants us to believe, now listen to me closely. Kim Kardashian says, oh my God, And again, this is another example, just like the White House, just like TD Jakes. All of these people are backtracking now. You see, I had the video called Backtrack. All of these people are backtracking. Look at Kim Kardashian. She says, oh, and the only reason Kim Kardashian took the video down, and I showed you that she took the video down after it got backlash, guys. Put a 7 in the chat if you see what I'm talking about. All of these PR stunts, they're horrible. I remember when I first found out that all of these artists have managers and publicists telling them what to do and what they can and cannot say. It's horrible, guys. This is what's ruining creativity. This is ruining real interactions. This is what's ruining music. This is ruining culture. This is ruining art. These publicists. I remember Justin Bieber. Go look it up. I might find that receipt for you. Justin Bieber is not allowed to give live interviews anymore. Did you guys notice? Justin Bieber is not allowed to give live interviews. His publicist or whoever said, and why is that? Because he was going off the handle saying some shit. So now they have to pre-record the interview and edit out everything. Go look it up. Justin Bieber to this day is a contract that they came out with. He can't even do no live interviews. So let's get back to Kim Kardashian. She got her publicist together, and now they gave some shitty, stupid fucking Vogue interview with some stupid music, quirky music in the background. Listen to them commercials that have the quirky music in the background. What is that doing? Try to psychologically program you to believe what they're saying. They have the quirky music in the background, and she said, oh, I guess Kanye was right about my daughter being on Twitter. But you live and you learn. Well, how about, bitch, sometimes you don't live and you learn. Sometimes there's heavy consequences, and you don't have the time to live and you learn. And why the fuck do you need to live and you learn when you could have just listened to me? Can somebody put that in the chat? You hear Kim Kardashian, oh, you live and you learn. I guess Kanye was right. But first of all, she lied. Somebody put that in the chat. You lying whore. You lying whore.
If you don't speak, does that mean we're through? Don't like sneaky shit that you do.
Good boy's a liar. Good boy's a liar. He doesn't see ya. You're not making up.
Oh, so Kim Kardashian does know the lyrics to Ice Spice songs. Kim Kardashian does know the lyrics to Ice Spice songs. Kim Kardashian not only knows the lyrics to Ice Spice songs, but and not only does she know the subject matter of what she said, because that song right there, she's talking about, I bet he's blowing her back out and my ass is fat. You're singing these lyrics with your daughter, but you want us to believe it wasn't your fault. It was your daughter's fault. You see how she threw her daughter under the bus? Oh, I was out of town and my daughter did this TikTok with her friends. She called me and asked, can she dress up like Ice Spice? Do you see these lies? Straight up lies. Hold on. Let me show you Ice Spice. Let me show you the picture she had. This is a picture of her and Ice Spice together. YouTube, stop playing with me. I know I don't only have 2 people in the chat, YouTube. God damn. This is a picture of Ice Spice and Kim Kardashian. But she's trying to convince us she knows nothing about Ice Spice's music. She knows nothing about what she talks about. She didn't know how inappropriate it was. She knew nothing about it. She's a goddamn liar. Somebody put that in the chat. The whore's a liar. The whore's a liar. That's the song that Kim Kardashian had. The boy's a liar.
If you don't speak, does that mean we're through? Don't like sneaky shit that you do.
Good boy's a liar. Good boy's a liar. He doesn't see.
The boy's a liar. No, the whore's a liar. The whore's a liar.
She a baddie, she know she a 10. She a baddie with her baddie friend. She a baddie, she know she a 10. She a baddie with her baddie friend. She a baddie, she know she a 10.
Oh my God! Wow! Oh my God!
Everybody's wearing Skims.
Every day the kid gets to switch of whose music they want to plug in and listen to on the way to school, and North was listening to Ice Spice. And I didn't know who that was at the time. And I was like, this is the moment where I feel really old, where my daughter is now teaching me what's cool. I then had the idea to put her in a Skims campaign. So that all came through North and what she liked. I think it's always tough when you're co-parenting and someone wants something and someone doesn't. I would say the Ice Spice videos, she said, Mommy, can I post this? I was out of town, so I had my nanny was there and allowed it. And then as soon as I saw the words and everything, I was like, oh, no, we're taking this down. She was totally understood. So I think that's the trial and error sometimes. And, you know, and then I saw on the internet, it's like, Kanye was right, you know, and maybe he was, you know, in that instance. But in the creative side, where she loves making slime videos and doing her little hair tutorials, I will fight for her to be creative in those ways. So it's always a compromise. No one's always going to agree. And you just have to do the best that you can as a parent to try to protect your kids, but also let them be creative.
Oh my gosh, did you see that I met Ice Spice?
Yeah. So what are you, like a Spice Girl or something?
No,
the Spice Girls.
Ice Spice is not a Spice Girl.
She doesn't sing, so tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
No.
That's not iconic.
She's the one that sings.
Oh my gosh.
Boys and Leia.
Okay.
Or something like that. I can't remember exactly what she says.
Seriously? She's gonna call a little boy a lion?
Not a lion.
I can't.
Yeah, man.
By the way, Ice Spice is mainstream now. I'm one of the first ones that told you this Ice Spice woman is gonna be mainstream because she's another one that's pushing the agenda. We talked about Ice Spice before. She's definitely pushing the agenda. Now, mind you, Ice Spice is kind of nice. Talk to me in the chat. If you talk about Ice Spice, she's kind of nice. Oh my God, spilled this juice. Hold on, technical difficulties. Spilled this juice. I spilled the juice. Spilled the juice. I spilled the juice. Can't get it on any electronics. Hold on. Hold on. I knew I should have put this shit over here. Hold on. I can't spill nothing on the electronics. I got to keep everything nice and working. Okay, now. Ice Spice is kind of nice if you're asking me personally. But she's a fucking whore. Talk to me in the chat. Don't you just hate it when it's like you're in a constant battle? I guess this is what they call the simp programming. You're in a constant battle because the TV and your mom and the movies and Disney taught you that you're supposed to, these women are just dandelions. They're just so fucking delicate. But then you've come to find out these women are doing more than you are. And this is the woman that Kim Kardashian decided to invite to her 9-year-old to come, you know, do some TikToks after Kanye said, don't fucking do it. But I guess this is co-parenting for you. This is the picture of co-parenting right here. Somebody put that in the chat. This is the perfect picture of co-parenting. And by the way, that's North in the back right there. This is the co-parenting picture. This is another co-parenting picture. What does co-parenting mean? Oh, basically it just means I'm going to do exactly what the father doesn't want. I'm going to do exactly every single thing that the father doesn't want. This is what co-parenting means. Do you understand that? If you ever hear anybody, man or woman, say, oh, we're co-parenting, first of all, the man that says that, he has been completely demolished. The woman who says that she's co-parenting, basically she's doing whatever she wants and she's getting fucked from the back like Ice Spice. The whore's a liar. The whore's a liar. And Kim Kardashian, you're a goddamn liar talking about you didn't know the fucking lyrics. Did you hear this woman? She says, I had no idea what the lyrics are, but then you see all her TikToks, she's singing it exactly word for word. You're singing it word for word, talking about getting hit from the back. And Kim Kardashian, you know everything about getting hit from the back, don't you? Somebody put that in chat. Kim Kardashian, and by the way, Kim Kardashian, I saw your sex tape, completely laying. And I don't want to get too graphic, but I have a whole comedy routine about my porn addiction. And I don't feel like I'm in a safe space right now to tell you the jokes I have about my porn addiction. But when I do my comedy special, that's going to be one of the parts. But yeah, Kim Kardashian was part of my early experiences with pornography. I said, oh my God. This is when I became the receipt king. Bryce one time asked me, damn, where you get these receipts? How did you become the receipt king? Kim Kardashian. I had to find these. I had to find that video. How you think I became the receipt king? How you think I became so good at finding shit on the internet? Porn. Lord, forgive me. It's just the truth. And I am doing better. But let's continue. This is Talk Your Shit Tuesday. We're only 2.5 hours in. Kim Kardashian finally admitted that Kanye was right. Can somebody put that in the chat? A dollar too late, a day too late. You already had D.L. Hughley. Let's name some of the people that shat on Kanye for what he was saying. D.L. Hughley. I mean, just go down the list. DJ Vlad. You got from D.L. You had DJ Vlad talking to D.L. Hughley about this shit. And then eventually D.L. Hughley even had to say one time, oh yeah, well, I guess the dude's going too far. The new boyfriend, he got a tattoo of the little kid's name. I guess he's going too far. I couldn't let that happen. If that was my daughter, I wouldn't let it happen. What? You remember when D.L. Hughley told Kanye to shut up and he's a stalker, but in the next minute he's like, well, if somebody did that with my daughter, I couldn't let it happen. You gotta watch out for some of these niggas that be always talking about, well, if it was me, I wouldn't let it happen like that. Me personally, I couldn't let it go down like that. I mean, you better than me. You ever seen a nigga like that? I mean, you better than me. I mean, all praise to you, all power to you, more power to you, man. But me personally, no, I wouldn't let it go down like that. I couldn't let it go down like that, my brother. I would have to do something about that, my brother. Okay, really, nigga? You the same type of nigga that would be watching Michael Myers. You would be watching Freddy Krueger. You would be watching Chucky on TV from the safety of your couch talking about, if it was me, I would have just jumped out the window when Michael Myers came into my room. See, I'm a different type of nigga. If it was me and Jason Voorhees came into my motherfucking room, I would have just slapped the nigga in his face. See, that's just me personally. These are the same type of people. D.L. Hughley ass niggas. See, me personally, I wouldn't have done what Kanye did. I would have done something different. See. Okay, well, nigga, it's coincidental. You niggas are never in the position to ever do nothing. Somebody put that in the chat. These niggas didn't do nothing. Do you remember when the Red Man, that was a good one. The Red Man created this term for us, didn't do nothing. This was back, if you were back on the internet, this is when they first started trolling us. They called us didn't. So again, Solo Dolo, and anybody in the chat, the reason why I don't want you to block any trolls, I've been around on the internet since when they first started trolling us. They called us didn't do nothings. They said we was kangs. Those were the first two. Didn't do nothings, we was kings. These were the first 2 code words on the internet to talk about niggers. Didn't do nothing is basically, you know, they said black people are never accountable. Black people are robbing and they're stealing and they're killing. And when they get caught, they say, who, me? I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing. So they called us didn't do nothings. And then they would also say we was kings because that's basically calling us hoteps or fake woke. This is what the red people were saying. We was kings. In other words, they are bastardizing what we're saying. You see how they've been doing this? It's not just the word woke. Before there was a word woke, we were talking about we were kings and queens of Egypt. Remember that? Remember when every black person said we was kings and queens? And it's still true. We do come from a lineage of royalty. But the red people got a hold of us saying we were kings and queens, and they said, oh yeah, you know, we was kings. How about this one? Let me see who's in the chat. Mo Facts. You remember we was kings. Mo Facts in the chat. Everybody go subscribe to Mo Facts. Mo Facts, do you remember when they first started trolling us online? Well, I guess racism's always been alive, but as far as interactions online, they were very secretive. Remember, they've upgraded. We was kings. Didn't do nothings. Now you got knackers, which the black women have adopted. Knackers. Name some other ones, guys. Don't leave me here. We was kings. Didn't do nothings. Knackers. Oh, here's another one. This is another one I really like. What was the one? The knackers. We was kings. Oh, there's another one I'm forgetting. It's right on the tip of my tongue. Okay, hold on. We was kings. Knackers. Fuck. Damn, I forget. Of course, chimping out. But there was one. Joggers. Somebody put that in the chat. Joggers. Does anybody know that one? Joggers. St. George. Ooh, that's a deep one. That's what they call them now? Ooh. See, they get real deep with that one. And that's another one that they like to say. Oh, you guys love to call George Floyd a hero. So they like to play on this thing, George Floyd. He was a hero. No, we never called him a hero. We said he didn't deserve to die in that manner. It's a very simple conversation that you're making unnecessarily complex. But remember joggers? That's another one that a lot of people didn't know. Joggers comes from, what was the man's name? Ahmaud Arbery, if I'm not mistaken, who was allegedly jogging through the neighborhood, and some people called because he looked suspicious because he was over by some abandoned building, and then some red people ran down on him and shot him, and he was jogging. So now the red people said, oh, they're just joggers. They're jogging. And there's other ones such as 13% of the population. These are all code words to talk about black people in America. 13% of the population. When they say that, like for instance, if you see a video of somebody shoplifting and it's a black person shoplifting, even though 70% of shoplifters in America are white, you can look that up. 70% of shoplifters in America are white. Look that up. When you see a video of a black person shoplifting or black people doing something, some crime, in the comments you're gonna see 13% of the population. That's all they say. And then you get a whole bunch of likes, say thousands of likes on this shit, a whole bunch of comments. Yep, 13% of the population, 50% of the prison population. Exactly, 1350. 1350. You know exactly what I'm talking about. They just say 1350. You see how they have these code words? What's the other word? 14 words. 14 words. 1350. So if you hear somebody say 1350, what does that mean? We are only 13% of the population in America, but we make up at least 50% of prisoners in the prison. 14 words, 1488, all these different words that they're all online, and your oblivious ass are just online. You have no idea what's going on. But I guess we're just dumb. Maybe that's the thing. maybe we're just looking too much into this. What do you guys think? When you see words like 1350, when you see words like 1488, when you see words like we was Kangs, St. George, all these words, are we looking too much into it? I think that's what it is. I think we're just looking too much into it, guys.
About you clearing up your album cover in the Illuminati.
Yeah.
What the hell happened? What happened? Could you clear that up with us?
Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, like I said, I'm a hard-working God-fearing man. I have no idea what the Illuminati is. I mean, you hear conspiracy theory, whatever, but my artwork was what I felt like I was being in a creative space because that's what I saw. You know what I mean? When I sat down with my art guy, I was like, yo, I want it to be like this. I want these little things. And actually, it's 3 different covers for the album. So that was just one of the covers. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like you hear things like that, but when you're a real one, it's just like, I'm not entertaining that. Like,
yeah.
Come on, man. I was in Sunday school every Sunday, man. If I wasn't, my grandma was on my head.
So there was.
That's stupid, guys. I didn't. Is this camera on me?
Yes, it's on.
That's stupid. Use your common sense, but just use your common sense.
Robert,
Stop it. Y'all quit playing. Quit playing. Y'all.
Sensational.
About you clearing up your album cover in the Illuminati.
Yeah.
What the hell happened? What happened? Could you clear that up with us?
Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, like I said, I'm a hard-working God-fearing man. I have no idea what the Illuminati is. I mean, you hear conspiracy theory, whatever, but my artwork was what I felt like I was being in a creative space because that's what I saw. You know what I mean? When I sat down with my art guy, I was like, yo, I want it to be like this. I want these little things. And actually, it's 3 different covers for the album. So that was just one of the covers. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like you hear things like that, but when you're a real one, it's just like, I'm not entertaining that. Like,
yeah.
Come on, man. I was in Sunday school every Sunday, man. If I wasn't, my grandma was on my head.
So there was.
Listen to what he said. Listen to what Young Jeezy said. Mind you, this is the same dude that was pushing the vaccination. This is the same dude that was pushing cocaine to the black community. These are the 2 things that Young Jeezy is known for. Pushing cocaine and pushing the vaccination to the black America. I'm going to let you decide which one could have possibly been more detrimental in the long run. Young Jeezy, the snowman. Listen to what he says. And you saw the cover of his fucking album. He says, oh, the backlash. I just put the Illuminati pyramid right there. Yeah. Don't worry about it. I have no idea what the Illuminati is. I just happened to get together with my people. So do you see how these code words work? I just happened to get together and I accidentally made this image that is exactly the Illuminati eye with the Illuminati pyramid. And then listen to what he says. He says, oh, de facto, listen to this. He says, the Illuminati, I have no idea what it is. I have no idea. But I'm a real nigga. And so I don't even listen to the conspiracy theories online. And then he says, my grandma, he says, besides, you should trust me. I went to Sunday school every single fucking Sunday with my grandma. I wonder what church Young Jeezy went to. Did Young Jeezy go to TD Jake's church?
If another childless person tells me how to be a father, I'll scream. I know this is going to get me on TikTok for sure, but here I go. If another woman tells me how to be a father, I will open my mouth and flat out scream. You can no more tell me how to be a father than I can tell you how to birth a baby. I don't know nothing about birthing a baby. I don't know nothing about nursing a child. You have to know what you don't know. Shut up being the teacher and just be the wife. How do you know how to be a father? Not only are you not a father, most of you didn't even have a father, and yet you're an expert on how to be.
I'm going to just say it like this one more time. That boy TD Jakes, just call him Touchdown Jakes from now on. Unless he backtracks, Hey, I'm gonna tell you like this, from one brother to another, TD, even though you was doing that coonery, buffoonery, stay on that vibration. If you stay on that vibration or get higher, I'm gonna call you Touchdown Jakes from now on. Cause that was a touchdown, my brother. They were all, they were in shock. They said, oh. This nigga TD Jakes, he's been pandering for the better part of 30 years. I mean, shit. I mean, I'm sure he said some real stuff, but you're pandering. You're pandering when you're #1 demographic. See, here's the difference. The funny thing is, I mean, my channel is not monetized, but I do have at least, I believe the last time I checked my analytics, like 30% to 40% women on my videos, believe it or not. Like 30 to 40% women watch. I have a lot of, y'all see the women that be in my chats, that I love them, they love me, right? And the women are the ones that donate the most, right? I don't monetize my channel, but when I put up my Cash App or whatever, the women are the one that donate the most. But here's the difference. I don't pander to them. They support me in the midst of me telling them the motherfucking truth. That's the difference, Dr. Umar. Dr. Umar, you have to tell them the difference in will they still support you. I was watching, that's what it was, Tasha K. Tasha K posted Dr. Umar. By the way, if you didn't see the video of Dr. Umar before we get out of here, look at
Father,
this.
you may be a damn good father, but guess what? What are we doing for the community? What are we doing for the children who don't have a father? You don't think the black woman got a right to be angry when she's been raising 2/3 of the kids by herself for 50 years? And the minute she raised her voice, we say she's not humble enough. She had to become masculine to survive the rape, the molestation, the domestic abuse. Are you telling me you can't see how we created that?
I understand that, but she needs
if
to
we
be
was
more
loving
selective.
our women and taking care of our women, do you think she would be like that? That personality has a history.
If she's picking Pookie and Ray Ray instead of
you're making her a scapegoat.
No, she's picking a scapegoat.
No.
There's good quality men that they ignore.
Why she even got it? Why is there even a Pookie in the selection?
You gotta ask her that.
No. I'm gonna tell you why there's a Pookie in the selection.
Why?
Because black men have abandoned black boys and have allowed social media, white media, athletes, and rappers to raise them. That's why she with Pookie. If we never allowed Pookie to develop, she would not have a Pookie. If we're going to be men, the first thing we got to do is take responsibility for why our women feel the way they feel.
I can hear that.
I'm not saying that they're right to disrespect, because even if a woman disrespects me, right, that still don't give me a right to disrespect her because she's still the queen of.
It is our last day of our Boss Lady Week, and we are so excited to finally have the boss at the girl chat table, because she's a chef, an author, a TV personality, an actress, a model, a mom, our friend, and she does it all. Give it up, everybody, for Aisha Curry. We're so excited to have you.
So excited to be here.
I know. We've been wanting you back here ever since you left. We were like, oh, we had so much fun and all the good stuff. So this is your first time girl co-hosting right here at the girl chat table. You've been a guest before, but this is the first.
This is the whole shebang.
Yes. How does it feel? I always wonder for our guests, like, do you get prepared? You watch our shows? Like, what are you thinking right now?
Well, of course I watch the show, but I just don't know how you guys do it. It's incredible. I mean, it's just the energy in here is insane. I'm excited I get to spend the whole time.
We do. Okay, now Aisha, every Friday here at The Real, we like to turn off the stress of the week and turn up.
Yes!
Because today isn't Friday, y'all.
No.
It's Friday! All right, Aisha, I think it's time for a drink. What do you say?
Absolutely.
Yes, we get to drink. Marcel? Marcel?
I just can't believe this.
Hey, Dad, keep your
you
voice down.
whore.
Keep it down. You cold. He cold.
She belongs to the streets.
It is our last day of our Boss Lady Week, and we are so excited to finally have the boss at the girl chat table, because she's a chef, an author, a TV personality, an actress, a model, a mom, our friend, and she does it all. Give it up, everybody, for Aisha Curry. We're so excited to have you.
So excited to be here.
I know. We've been wanting you back here ever since you left. We were like, oh my God, so much fun and all the good stuff. So this is your first time girl co-hosting right here at the Girl Chat Table. You've been a guest before, but this is the first.
This is the whole shebang.
Yes. How does it feel? I always wonder for our guests, like, do you get prepared? You watch our shows? Like, what are you thinking right now?
Well, of course I watch the show, but I just don't know how you guys do it. It's incredible. I mean, it's just the energy in here is insane. I'm excited I get to spend the whole time.
We do. Okay, now Aisha, every Friday here at The Real, we like to turn off the stress of the week and turn up.
Yes!
Because today isn't Friday, y'all.
No.
It's Friday! Oh, all right, Aisha, I think it's time for a drink. What do you say?
Absolutely.
Yes, we get to drink. Marcel? Marcel?
I just can't believe this.
Dad, keep your
you
voice down.
whore!
Keep it down.
Go for it?
Yeah, you just... Cheers! Oh my God. That is yummy.
Yeah, that's good. Yo,
Oh my
this is
God,
good, yeah?
guys.
Good.
That is so good.
Love it.
Okay, our Friday drink today is a fall favorite. It's a caramel apple cocktail.
Oh my God.
That's suspicious. That's weird. And you want to know what else is funny?
In the chat, Cocktails with the Queens. Mo facts. I'm sure you remember Cocktails with the Queens, Lisa Ray, who was created by Ice Cube, coincidentally. Lisa Ray sat there and allowed them to shit on this black man Ice Cube when he had the nerve to speak as a free black man. And he didn't vote for "You Ain't Black" Joe Biden. Ice Cube went out and gave a contract for Black America for anybody that would listen. The Cocktails with the Queens, they jumped on his ass. Who was that? Lisa Ray, who showed her tits. Can y'all hear me? Is this thing on me? Did y'all remember? I might go watch the Players Club after this just to see Lisa Ray's tits. Matter of fact, just for you new OnlyFans ladies, let me go pull up Lisa Ray's tits right now just to get a dopamine rush. Lisa, for the women that swear they're so fucking sophisticated. Women like Lisa Ray, the Brat sister. Lisa Ray tits on Google. Images. Show me some tits. Ah, there you go. First picture I'm looking at, she's butt naked on a brown couch. Go Google Lisa Ray's tits. Yep. Then you got this other image. She's also naked here on a couch. Oh yeah, I want to see the Players Club tits. Hold on. Lisa Ray tits Players Club. Since you want to talk shit about Ice Cube, let's look at your tits. Oh, nice tits. A little dainty. I love a dainty tit. Somebody talk to me in the chat. I love a little dainty tit. I'm not going to show it on YouTube, but yeah. Hell, I'll nibble on a dainty tit. Oh yeah, I'll nibble that dainty tit there. I'll nibble that tit. Good job, Lisa Ray. Everybody put your favorite emoji for Lisa Ray's nibbleable tits. That's about the only thing that I've got from your talent in the better part of 25 years, Lisa Ray. Your nibbleable tits. We finally figured it out. This is how Lisa Ray has gained her notoriety, and she's kept her C- list actress level. She has nibbleable tits, and I'm pretty sure a few people have nibbled them tits. Good job, Lisa Ray. You allowed Ice Cube to be shat on in front of the world in a pivotal time when we could have came together. We could have put aside all that social media shit. You see how Dr. Umar, back to Dr. Umar. Dr. Umar says the social media divide and this and that and the third. Well, how about when Ice Cube came together and said, I'm making a contract for Black America. Fuck women, fuck men, Black people together. We can stand together on this, despite what men have done to women, despite Snoop Dogg, despite what women have done to men, despite Suki Hana. We could have came together and created this contract for Black America. What did the women say? The women said, no, Black women are separate from Black men. Black women are separate from Black people. Can y'all hear me? Are y'all just watching? Bryce, can you hear me? Yeah, she's married to Young Jeezy. Isn't that funny? Now, first of all, let's talk about Aisha Curry before I get out of here. Aisha Curry says, now this is Talk Your Shit Tuesday, so I'm just going to talk my shit before I get out of here. We're 3 hours in, so thank you guys for joining me. Big shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you, MoFax, for stopping by. Aisha Curry says, now mind you, Aisha Curry got famous because of Steph Curry. Let's run through the timeline. Aisha Curry is only famous because Steph Curry. She has a restaurant now. She has a cooking show. She has all of this. She's a cover girl now because of her husband's fame. I'm not saying she's not talented, but arguably the privileges or the opportunities that this woman has had is because of her husband's fame. Can we agree on that? Talk to me in the chat. Can we agree that the privileges that this woman has had are because of Steph Curry, or because of her husband's fame? So Steph Curry is the prize, if there ever was one. But she went on Jada Pinkett's show and embarrassed him once, and she said that even though my husband doesn't flirt with the women who flirt with him, I still want men to flirt with me so I can feel special. She said this on, she didn't say this in the group chat. She said this on a national syndicated show in front of the world. She wanted people to talk about it. Again, I want you to notice the common narrative. The common narrative is what? Well, I'm going to say some stupid shit online, and then when it blows up, I'm going to backtrack it. When people don't receive it like I want them to receive it online, I'm going to take back what I said and try to explain my shit. See, the difference between me and a lot of these people, I have 5-hour streams. Right now, we're on 3 hours. We're going to go to 4 hours, and I'm out of here. I have 4 5-hour streams. You can put any of my shit. Infinite Charms, send me that receipt again. Infinite Charms has sent me this receipt about me going off. I don't even know this channel. I'm telling you the truth. Infinite Charms sent me some shit on YouTube. I don't even know this channel. They reposted my shit. Where is that at, Infinite Charms? I'm gonna check the DM. Oh, Infinite Charms, you sent me a few DMs. These next DMs that you sent me, Infinite Charms, I'm gonna read them later when I'm not as drunk, and I'm gonna talk about them next on the next stream. But Infinite Charms has sent me a stream. Where is that one? Send it again, please. There was somebody was talking about me on YouTube, and it was just like a 60-second video, a YouTube short. Solo Dolo, listen to this. Somebody made a YouTube short of me, so it must be the universe. It must be a manifestation of the universe. You told me I need to make a YouTube short. Everybody told me, I told you I wasn't gonna do it. I have a YouTube short now. Somebody made a YouTube short of J-Lethal talking shit for 60 seconds. This is the difference between me and these people who have to backtrack everything they say. Out of 5 hours, 10 hours, 100, 1,000 hours of the shit that I say, you could take any 60 seconds that you want, bitch. Take any 60 seconds, take it out of context. Take 60 seconds and don't break it up. Take any 60 seconds that you want of anything I've ever said, and I'll stand by that shit. Hold on. Show me that thing again, Infinite. Somebody made a short of me. I want to show it to you. And it's a pretty controversial thing. I don't know why it's not in the... Wait, maybe it's in the... Send it to my DM. On Instagram's Infinite. I just want to show you guys this before I got out of here. 3, 2. Because this is Talk Your Shit Tuesday, guys. Thank you for joining me. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you were here with me tonight. Hold on. I don't know. Well, Infinite's not sending it to me yet, but if Infinite sends it to me, I'll play it. Oh, she said she's about to send it to me right now. I just want to show you guys what it looks like when somebody makes somebody tries to take you out of context to make you look crazy. So this next video that I'm going to show you, if they played this on the Oprah Winfrey show, I would have to come out and apologize like all the other people that I told you today. But I'm not gonna apologize. And I'm gonna show it to you when she sends it. But let me talk about this real quick before I show this. So Aisha Curry, she already said she wants to be flirted with by other men, and then she thought she was gonna get support from the Beehive online. But people started calling Aisha out. They said, wait a minute, Steph Curry is a good man. Somebody put that in the chat. For all intents and purposes, for all we know, Steph Curry is a good man. Handsome man, millionaire, over 6 feet, all the things that you said that you wanted with Kevin Samuels, but you're still looking for something else. This is why the scripture said that the woman saw the tree and she thought that it was good to eat because she was convinced off of the way that it looked. She was convinced off of hearsay, gossip, and the way that the tree looked. She went against what she knew was the law, right? So look at Aisha Curry after she got the backlash. I need you to notice this. This is after the backlash. She tried to say, oh, did you see when I said that? How she said Jada Pinkett and the Red Table Talk made her look bad? She sat up there and said it from her own mouth. I want men to pay attention to me. I'm jealous of my husband. But she says it was Jada Pinkett that made her look bad, so she tried to walk that back. Then she went on another show. See, this is why I say we need to... Hold on. I just got the DM. Okay. You want to know why these hoes are going to get beat. These hoes are going to get beat, nigga. And guess what? I'm going to say another thing, Conscious. Here's another hot take. I'm going to take you straight to the motherfucking hot take. Here's another hot take. The only reason these hoes aren't getting beat like they need to be when they need to be, I didn't say all the time, but if you want to call beating physically putting your hands on somebody because of something, then the hoes need to get beat. And the only reason why these hoes aren't getting beat is because the police are in the way. And the only reason the police are in the way is because they are protecting these stank-ass hoes because they know these hoes. Funny thing enough, you know who has the highest domestic abuse rates, Conscious TV, the motherfucking police. No, I wasn't gonna go down that way. I know you're defensive. I'm not. I'm gonna get back to my point, Conscious. Okay, you wanted to know why these hoes are gonna get beat. These hoes are gonna get beat, nigga. And guess what? I'm gonna say another thing, Conscious. Here's another hot take. I'm gonna take you straight to. Here's another hot take. The only reason these hoes aren't getting beat like they need to be when they need to be, I didn't say all the time, but if you want to call beating physically putting your hands on somebody because of something, then the hoes need to get beat. And the only reason why these hoes aren't getting beat is because the police are in the way. And the only reason the police are in the way is because they are protecting these stank ass hoes because they know these hoes. Funny thing enough, you know who has the highest domestic abuse rates, Conscious TV? The motherfucking police. No, I wasn't gonna go down that way. I know you're defensive. I'm not. One more time. Let me get back to my point. One more time. Okay. You wanted to know why these hoes are gonna get beat. These hoes are gonna get beat, nigga. And guess what? I'm gonna say another thing, Conscious. Here's another hot take. I'm gonna take you straight to the motherfucking hot take. Here's another hot take. The only reason these hoes aren't getting beat like they need to be when they need to be, I didn't say all the time, but if you want to call beating physically putting your hands on somebody because of something, then the hoes need to get beat. And the only reason why these hoes aren't getting beat is because the police are in the way. And the only reason the police are in the way is because they are protecting these stank ass hoes because they know these hoes. Funny thing enough, you know who has the highest domestic abuse rates, Conscious TV? The motherfucking police. All right, now stop it there. No. Stop it there. Somebody put that in the chat. That's controversial. And anybody else would have to, if that got on social media, everybody would go crazy and they're gonna get mad and this and that and the other. But the fact of the matter is, hey, I'm gonna stand by that. And I'm gonna say exactly what I was saying. These hoes need to get beat. You putting our children in precarious situations, possibly dangerous situations, and you want to be like Kim Kardashian and you say, oh my God, I was just letting the child be creative. You live and you learn. You hoes are walking around with the you live and you learn attitude. You need to get beat. I didn't say I'm gonna beat you if you accidentally burn my grilled cheese sandwich. I said I'm gonna beat you if you put our children in danger. And the only reason, I'm gonna say it again, the only reason why these women aren't getting beat is because the police are here protecting these women. And the only reason the police are protecting these women is because they know that it continues and perpetuates the motherfucking dysfunction in the black community. And as I said, the funny thing about it, the people with the highest domestic abuse rates are the police. Go look into the domestic violence in the police. The same people that will lock you up for knocking this bitch's head between the washer and dryer, they are getting home after a shift and beating their woman mercilessly. Go look up the statistics, guys. Can somebody put the statistics in the chat? Can somebody, please, look at your neighbor and put the stats in the chat of how many times a police officer beats or kills their wife after locking up a nigga for establishing order in his house. See, the difference is the nigga was establishing order. The red man that killed his wife, he was a fucking abuser. He was just abusing for no reason. I'm establishing order, and until you understand that shit, I'ma stomp down. Even if I go somewhere, would you think the truth is gonna cease to exist? The truth is not gonna cease to exist just because you killed the messenger. Can somebody put that in the chat? The truth does not cease to exist just because you killed the messenger. Mark Sanchez, you see how that's a controversial clip? 60 seconds. Oh my God, look at J-Lethal. And this is how Conscious TV and his people tried to frame that. Because I seen that video floating around YouTube before. They said, look, J-Lethal. So they want to introduce me to the world, not based off of any of my pro bono learning courses. They don't want to talk about me as the receipt king. They don't want to talk about me breaking this shit down since 2016. I got my first channel deleted. I've been trying to be quiet. I've been trying to be nice and cordial. They don't want to talk about none of that. They want to introduce me to their audience as the man who supports domestic violence. Okay, so I'll be your Huckleberry. What up, Maximus? I'll be your fucking Huckleberry. Yeah, I said it. These hoes deserve to get beat. And I got receipt after receipt. That's bar right there. That's a bar right there. The hoes deserve to get beat. And I got the receipt. And Bryce remembers that shit. Yes, I did actually it wasn't 8, it was 7. I purposely ended it at 7 hours to give it the hour of completion. I did a 7-hour live stream on my channel, still on my channel right now with Conscious TV. Go look it up. And the name of the video is, Can Black People Have a Civil Discourse When We Have a Disagreement? And as we see, so far, no. At least not with the black LGBT community that I've talked to. Because you want to talk about all these things. And funny enough, Bryce, I had a 7-hour video on my channel. But if you go on Conscious TV channel, somebody put Conscious TV's channel in the chat right now. Tell me how many subscribers Conscious TV has right now. I need somebody to put his channel, the link. Don't go over there, start no trouble, but go look what's going on over there. Go see what he talks about. Tell me how many subscribers he has. When he found me, mind you, I didn't find Conscious TV. This is Talk Your Shit Tuesday. I cannot tell a lie. Conscious TV found me, and on some snake shit, he tried to say that he was a fan of my channel and a fan of my work. Whole time he was a flamboyant man from the LGBT community. Not a problem. But he was trying to bait me to make me look like the enemy. And I peeped the play and I reversed Uno'd on his ass. Somebody put that in the chat. I hit his ass with the reverse Uno card. You draw 4, motherfucker. How many subscribers does Conscious TV have? When he found me, he had about 23,000. And he said he was a fan of my work. We did the interview on his channel. It's still on there. If you look on his channel, 10-hour live stream. Not lying. 10 full hours. You can look it up. I had to go take a piss when they on a commercial break. I dedicated 10 full hours with a sound mind to try to gain some further level of clarity and understanding with this man, but he didn't want it. Then I invited him to my channel because he started putting me on my channel talking about I'm an abuser. He was taking my clips and putting it on his channel talking about, look, J-Lethal supports domestic abuse. Hey, I told him, come to my channel and I'll tell you exactly why these hoes are gonna get beat. I'm not even gonna tell you why I want these hoes to get beat. I'm gonna tell you why these hoes will get beat. He came over there after much argue and debate. He didn't want to come to my channel. I said, come to my channel and tell all your people to come to my channel. I'm going to say this one last thing because I'm going to move forward. And I'm not going to name any names. But when Conscious TV agreed to come to my channel and we had a live debate on my channel, the same chat that y'all are in right now, a lot of y'all ran. I'm going to say 95% of y'all ran. I'm going to say it again. And I'm going to give a special shout out to KJ. She was there the whole time. KJ showed her face. KJ called in and I was going against, and in my chat was like, and you guys tried to block that one troll. When Conscious TV, go look at the video, when Conscious TV came in my chat, all of his people were immediately coming in, flooding and trolling before we even had a discussion. They came in completely disingenuous, completely bad faith, talking all that shit. And my people, my moderators, that's why I took away a lot of moderators. And I've brought some back, but some people I just said fuck it for until I feel different. I took away some of the moderators and I took a break because Conscious TV and all these people were in my chat trying to run the shit, and the few people that were in my chat was running away scared from the people that were in there. Oh, I can't handle this. I literally was reading comments from my moderators talking about, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I can't handle this. What? And you know who you are if you said that stupid shit. How are you a moderator on my channel, but you can't handle no smoke in this comment section? But you want to have fun when it's nothing going on. That's why I say this is the Matrix. Don't block nobody that comes in my channel. I want the smoke. What do you think I'm showing my face on the internet for? I want the smoke. You got these trolls hiding behind fake accounts, asking me these stupid ass questions. Let them come and at least let me hear their voice. I'm gonna Kevin Samuels their ass. But that can't happen if you block them. And also shout out to KJ for showing her black beautiful face, and she stood up. Listen what KJ did. Well, all you pussy niggas ran from the conversation. KJ called in and she said, I agree that some of these women need their head knocked between the washer dryer. She showed her face. The other women in the comments, the Beehive attacked KJ, talking about her physical appearance and all of these things. But if KJ would have got on the stream and was talking about how shitty I was as a black man, they would have said, yes, queen, get the bag. Look at this beautiful black woman, black girl magic. Do you see how the Beehive is not loyal? Somebody put that in the chat. The Beehive is not truly even loyal to the sisterhood. The Beehive is loyal to chaos. Because the moment you try to correct and bring order, you are now, it doesn't matter that you're one of the bees. The bees will attack another bee the moment that bee tries to bring order. That's why these women are scared to make these videos. That's why we have to uplift the few women like ZZ or whoever else, KJ when she shows her face online, that's willing to go on that. KJ said, yes, from the videos I've seen, some of you bitches need to be uppercutted and sent directly to jail. And you should have seen the women in the comments. Oh, this bitch is brainwashed. They said KJ's brainwashed. They said J-Lethal is running a cult. They said I have a cult. You people are brainwashed for listening to me. Whole time I'm bringing you receipts. Now somebody tell me how many subscribers Conscious TV has in his right now, because go tell me what's the last. Go tell me the name of Conscious TV's. I'm gonna go look at it. What is the name of Conscious TV's last stream? Shout out to you, Conscious. But you know you gave me ammo forever. Conscious, and by the way, it's spelled with a Z. Conscious TV with a Z. He has 43,000 subscribers, damn near double the amount of when he found me. Now let's look at some of the names of Conscious TV's most recent live streams. Conscious TV 4 days ago talks about Jocelyn Hernandez fighting. 10 days ago, he said he's pre-gaming. 2 weeks ago, he's talking about Twitter exposes this thing. He's talking about DJ Envy, Tasha K, Gwirl. And I'm not saying what he's saying. I'm not saying that the things that he's talking about are irrelevant, but it's funny to me how people like that get to shoot up in the algorithm. 50,000 subscribers, and you're talking about dick and balls. I'm giving you 5 hours of pure heat, and I can't get 1,000 subscribers. So when I take a break, you gotta understand that. But let's move forward because I have a few more things to say. Oh yes, by the way, that was not only was that Aisha Curry taking off her ring. So wait a minute, Aisha, after you embarrassed your man on Jada Pinkett's show, this woman went on a worldwide emasculation tour. Do you see how the phallus is being destroyed? The phallus and manhood is being destroyed. She went on a worldwide emasculation tour. You embarrassed him on the Red Table Talk, and then you went on The Real with all these cackling hens, and you saw a man with his shirt off, and you went to pull your ring off. What does it mean when a woman tries to pull her ring off? Oh, I guess it was just a joke. It's just an innocent thing like Suki Hana twerking on an 8-year-old boy. I tried to pull my ring off when I saw this naked man drenched in baby oil. This nigga came outside drenched in cocoa butter, and Aisha Curry thinks it's funny. And look at Jenny May, the Asian woman who's married to Young Jeezy, by the way. She tries to stop. She tries to hide Aisha Curry. She hides her hand. Why does the Asian woman hide Aisha Curry trying to take off her ring? Does anybody know? Why does the Asian woman try to hide? Because she's protecting the sisterhood. Get it? She's protecting the beehive. She knows that Aisha Curry is already in the hot seat about disrespecting Steph Curry. And if the internet said that it's okay to disrespect Steph Curry, it would be no problem. But the internet has a problem with you disrespecting Steph Curry. So she doesn't want Aisha Curry to expose the sisterhood. So even though they all feel the same way, she was about to take off her ring, the Asian woman hid her hand. Somebody put that in the chat. The Asian woman hid her hand.
It is our last day of our Boss Lady Week, and we are so excited to finally have the boss at the girl chat table because she's a chef, an author, a TV personality, an actress, a model, a mom, our friend, and she does it all. Give it up, everybody, for Aisha Curry. We're so excited to have you.
So excited to be here.
I know. We've been wanting you back here ever since you left. We were like, oh, we had so much fun and all the good stuff. So this is your first time girl co-hosting right here at the girl chat table. You've been a guest before, but this is the first.
This is the whole shebang.
Yes. How does it feel? I always wonder for our guests, like, do you get prepared? You watch our shows? Like, what are you thinking right now?
Well, of course I watch the show, but I just don't know how you guys do it. It's incredible. I mean, it's just the energy in here is insane. I'm excited I get to spend the whole time.
We do. Okay, now Aisha, every Friday here at The Real, we like to turn off the stress of the week and turn up.
Yes!
Because today isn't Friday, y'all.
No.
It's Friday! Oh, all right, Aisha, I think it's time for a drink. What do you say?
Absolutely.
Yes, we get to drink. Marcel? Marcel?
I just can't believe this.
Dad, keep your
you
voice down.
whore!
Keep it down.
You know, one day I feel like I'm gonna have to look in the mirror and like take accountability for my actions and realize that I am the toxic one. Maybe I am the problem. But not today, bitch, because it's never me. It is always the man, ladies. Remember that. We are never wrong.
Oh, that's another thing. Shout out to Andrea. Big shout out to Andrea. I told her that one time too. I know Andrea in real life out here in Houston. Shout out to Andrea. Andrea came in and she showed her face on the camera and she backed me up against Conscious TV when a lot of you Negroes ran. And you know what the people said? She's not black, so she doesn't get to talk here. That's what Conscious TV's people were saying. She's not black, so she can't get to talk here. Well, fair enough. The conversation was, can black people have a serious a conversation when we disagree? So Andrea is not black, so the people were attacking Andrea. She showed her face. She knows she's not black, but she tried to have a conversation about the information, and they talked about immediately she wasn't black. So the two women that showed their face to back me, the two people that showed their face. Now, yes, Solo Dolo was also in the chat towards the end, but there was a 7-hour video. I'm talking 7 hours where I was holding the goddamn down, and I don't want to name any people because I don't want. I'm over it. But I do remember one particular comment from one particular person that said, "This is too much. I'm out of here." I was so fucking infuriated and just shocked. How can my moderator with a wrench, a blue wrench, you're in my comment section and we finally got the smoke here. What do you think I'm on the internet for? You think I'm on the internet not to get trolls? Let's really think about it. What I'm doing, what I'm saying, you think I don't expect to get trolls? You don't think I plan for the fucking trolls? But when the trolls come in the chat, I had my moderators talking about, "I'm out of here. This is too much." What? You're out of here. This is too overwhelming for you. And all you're doing is sitting on your ass, eating hot Cheetos, typing on a computer. You're not saying a fucking word. My voice hurts right now. My voice physically hurts. It's all good though, because that's Talking Shit Tuesday, you know? Like I said, Aisha Curry, sometimes these women need to get their head knocked between the washer and dryer. Somebody put that in the chat. And I'm going to say this before I get out of here. It's Talking Shit Tuesday, so I'm going to say this. Not only does Aisha Curry need to get her head knocked between the washer and dryer, why? Not for lusting after the man. That's a whole nother story. Bitch, for embarrassing me on a public platform. That's what you're getting your head knocked between the washer and dryer. You're embarrassing me and disrespecting my reputation and my legacy in front of the world like it's nothing. You need to get your head knocked between the washer and dryer. And I'm going to say this. This is another hot take. Very, very hot take, guys. Are you ready? When you knock this woman's head between the washer and dryer, none of these men should get involved. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me. YouTube mess with my numbers again. When they don't mess with my internet, they mess with my numbers. So YouTube, I only have what? 4 or 5 people in the chat right now, YouTube? Okay, maybe. Let me ask you like this. I'm going to say one more thing to the brothers in the chat. When a black man is correcting his black woman, there doesn't need to, don't ask, no, can somebody put that in the chat? Don't ask, no questions. How many times do you niggas have to learn to stop getting into a couple's business? Like I told you, the only reason these women are out of line is 2 reasons. The police, it's not even the feminists. Fuck the feminists. Cause I'll knock a lesbian the fuck out. Somebody put that in the chat. I will personally knock a lesbian the fuck out if she runs up. I don't give a fuck. Queen Latifah, bitch, we can square up. Run the fade, Queen Latifah. Somebody put that in the chat. Spell Queen Latifah with 3 Ks. Tell Queen Latifah with 3 Ks to run the fade. I don't give a fuck. Fuck that. Okay? But what I'm saying is this. The only people that's stopping black men correcting their women like Dr. Umar said, because this is my final point. Dr. Umar said we need to correct our women. It's our fault we're not correcting their women. I agree with you, Dr. Umar. But here's the problem. How do we correct our women? First of all, we get rid of the police, because that's the #1 people protecting the black woman on purpose. And we get rid of Pookie Ray Ray, or we actually just get rid of the police, because without the police, Pookie Ray Ray, we'll handle him on our own. We don't have to worry about the ramifications when we stand our motherfucking ground. Somebody put that in the chat. That's the real stand your ground. Knock your woman's head between the washer and dryer for putting your reputation on ice and putting the kids at danger. When Pookie Ray Ray tries to come around, turn his ass into a pack like Travis Randolph. You remember the story of the black woman who sent her brothers to kill this black man? And he turned their ass into a motherfucking pack. And I celebrated. Because the police, they couldn't do shit about it. Where is it at? Hold on. The police couldn't do shit about it when this black woman sent her brother and his friends to kill this man. He came back and shot them, and now he got off. So like I said, without the police, these women would be shit out of luck, because we would start killing Pookie Ray Ray. I wish Pookie Ray Ray would try to come when the police aren't here and tell me how the fuck I can raise my children. You better mind your business. Somebody put that in the chat. All I'm gonna say is this before I get out of here, and I'm literally about to go. When it comes to Pookie Ray Ray and any simp ass nigga that try to get between me and my business with my baby mama, just mind your business. You ever seen the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? Will Smith? Funny enough, Will Smith was more gangster on the Fresh Prince. Ain't that a thing? Ain't that a thing that Will Smith was more gangster when he was the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air in West Philadelphia? How about this, Fresh Prince? Maybe you need to go back to sleeping on a pissy mattress in West Philadelphia so then you can come back home to Calabasas or Beverly Hills and knock the fuck out of Jada Pinkett Smith like a bus driver. Oh, forgive me. Will Smith is the same one that said he doesn't like his dad because his dad knocked his mama's head between the washer and dryer. But here's the difference, Will Smith. You said your dad knocked your mama's head between the washer and dryer, that's why you don't like her. Guess what, Will? Your dad knocked your mom's head between the washer and dryer and created a Will Smith. You didn't knock your baby mama's head between the washer and dryer, and you created a Jaden Smith. Somebody put that in the chat. I'm gonna let you figure that out. That's it. I mean, it's fair, right? Will Smith is mad at his father because, you know, he knocked his mother's head between the washer and dryer. Well, we need to knock Kim Kardashian's head between the washer and dryer. Jada Pinkett Smith actually needs her head knocked between the washer and dryer. Would you agree? So the funny thing about it is, if your dad knocked your mom's head between the washer and dryer and created you, Will Smith, which everybody loves, maybe we should knock Kim Kardashian's head between the washer and dryer for this shit, and maybe we should knock Jada Pinkett's head between the washer and dryer. One last thing, like I said, to the men on the side note that were raised by their mother since the 1970s, please stop jumping in what you don't know. I raised this baby with a shitty diaper. I'm the one who put this woman alongside me. She represents me. So if this woman is embarrassing me, or if this woman is putting a child in danger, I'm gonna do what the fuck I need to do as the leader of the household. You don't have any authority or jurisdiction. Mind your business, like Will Smith said, that's all. Just mind your business, that's all. Just mind your business.
I was in a situation, I gotta talk about it. Can we admit, hey, if you got any problems that you got going on, don't worry about nobody else. Can we say that? Worry about your problems, right? I was riding down, La Brea, and, me and my little snow bunny, and it is what it is. You ride, right? And I noticed a little domestic dispute in the car, in the other car next to me. And a dude and his girl was going at it. In the midst of him going at it with his girl, he hollered off and slapped his girl. Now, me being the dude that I am, I'm like, yo, I yell out the window, yo, don't hit her no more. You feel me? My thug shit. You feel me? Don't hit her no more, right? He told me, mind your business, and slaps his girl again. Now, I felt like that one was intended for me. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I caused that one, right? That was my fault. That was my bad, right? So we arguing going down the street, right? We arguing going down, LA traffic, you come to a screeching halt quick, right? We stop. Buddy jumps out the car. He's like, we stop now, what you want to do? Now, as I assess the situation, right? You gotta be able to assess. Break it down, right? Okay, I looked at Buddy he about 6'3", 6'4", okay? I'm about 5'11" with these Jordans on, okay? Like, I looked at baby girl as well, and by this time, her eye had began to swell, And then it dawned on me that I don't really even know this bitch. So it's like, really all I could do is pray for her. You know what I'm saying? Like, she get out of that situation. I told Snow Bunny, sit back. You know what I'm saying? Because you about to get, you know. Worry about yourself. Worry about yourself. Sometimes I don't know what that man going through, okay?
Yeah, man.
Put that in the chat. To all you passers-by, you want to jump in. That's a female, dog. You better stop that shit. Mind your business, that's all. You don't know what happened. What if a man woke up after Cardi B tried to drug him and rob him and he's beating the brakes off of her, or he's putting her in a chokehold? A non-deadly chokehold like Jordan Neely, like they tried to do with Jordan Neely. I put Cardi B in a motherfucking Daniel Penny. Now you want to come out, that's a female. Well, she was a female when she robbed me, when she drugged me, when she brought a transgender around. So if we're not going to have a balanced conversation, Dr. Umar, we're not going to have the conversation at all. I appreciate Dr. Umar, but I don't appreciate if we cannot have a balanced conversation. And the fact of the matter is, Black America is in shambles. We all know that. Wait, by the way, let me read this real quick. Hold on. I guess I can read that stuff later. These are people making excuses for Kim Kardashian with Ice Spice. I just thought it was interesting that people always make excuses no matter what. Even Kim Kardashian said it was a mistake. Even Kim Kardashian said it was a wrong decision. But you have the people in the beehive that are willing to come to the defense no matter what. The funny thing about the beehive is this. Damn, can y'all hear me? How do I have one person in the chat? YouTube, stop playing. Quit playing, YouTube. Okay, how about this? Put a 7 in the chat if you're listening to the sound of my voice. I know I don't have a big audience, but put a 7 in the chat. Because I know for a fact I don't have one. Oh, so now, okay, exactly. They had me at 1 person in the chat. That's insane to me, YouTube. I'm listening to you, YouTube. I'm watching you. Stop playing. You don't, I mean, damn, I mean, it's not, you know what, okay. Thank you guys for joining me. I do have a few more receipts I could show you, but let me ask you guys, did you get a little wrinkle on your brain? What up? I'm about to be out of here until next Monday. I might not come here next Monday. I might be here next Monday. Talk to me in the chat. What's some things that I talked about tonight that we didn't talk about? What is something that you need me to be on the lookout for? To all the people who want to call in, I mean, if anybody disagrees with anything I said, I don't know why these trolls just randomly come in the chat and then leave. That's the weirdest thing to me. Why would you leave some little weak-ass, bitch-ass comment and you're not willing to stand on it? I don't care that you leave a bitch-ass comment. Stand on it. If I leave a comment that I really mean, even if it's trolling or something, I'm going to stand on it, especially if I can call in, I can hide my voice, I don't got to show my face. Call in and say that bullshit that you talking about in my comments. I don't understand these weird-ass people. I'm giving you the literal link to call in. You want to leave some comment? This isn't 1992. You can call in now. Maybe in 1992 when Bill Gates made the first fucking computer, you had to leave a comment. In 2023, you can call in, guys. I have these other comments, but I mean, I don't feel like reading all this shit. I have actually, you know what? Let me play this one more last receipt before I get out of here.
Oh, no!
I'm about to tell her I'm about to go home.
That's why he went outside.
The lady swung on him.
He gonna come back up here.
So in case you don't understand what that is, this is the epitome of the issue. Because this is how it becomes multi-layered, Dr. Umar. When you have a black man that pulls up to the Dollar Tree, somebody put that in the chat before we get out of here. Pookie, you ever heard that, you know, they start off these old jokes with two rabbis walk into a bar, or a black man and white man walk into a bar. That's how they start the joke. This is the joke. A Pookie walks into a Dollar Tree to defend his ratchet ass single mama. Yeah, you heard it right. The woman with the yellow hair hat is this man's mama, or maybe his girlfriend, who knows. And she's stealing from the Dollar Tree. So Pookie pulls up from the Dollar Tree. Now mind you, I told you I like to shoplift every now and then to get my reparations. If you're not gonna give me reparations, I'm shoplifting. But at least go to Walmart, ma'am. By the way, Mark Sanchez, are you still in the chat? Mayday, red flag. We can no longer shoplift at Walmart. Not only are they closing shit down, the Walmart by my house, they brought a police officer there now. They're starting to bring actual police there. I'm not gonna risk it. I'm just gonna have to buy some shit. I bought some shit today. It cost $30. It crushed my soul. I would have usually paid $7.99, but I had to pay $32.65. It crushed my soul. I can't steal from Walmart no more. But here's the thing I have to say. Look at this man fighting an old security guard on behalf of his mama or the woman in his life, because she's stealing from the Dollar Tree. She can't afford to buy stuff from the Dollar Tree. She's stealing from the Dollar Tree. So the black older security guard tries to stop her. Her son pulls up, or her man pulls up to fight the security guard so she can get away with the Dollar Tree merchandise. And then he almost gets killed. And like I told you, the only reason why a lot of these Pookie Ray Ray niggas aren't dead is because of the police. Because if natural selection, let's just be real. They call it natural selection in the textbooks. If natural selection really works out, a lot of these niggas will be dead because they put themselves in unnecessary situations. A lot of these Pookie Ray Ray niggas put themselves in unnecessary controversial situations, unnecessary dangerous situations, unnecessary confrontational situations. They do not know how to de-escalate situations. They're always looking for drama and beef, and they're trying to prove themselves. So the average Pookie and Ray Ray will be dead if there was no police. And order will reign supreme. Talk to me in the chat. Order will reign supreme. But again, that's why the police are protecting these women, because they don't want order in the household. And that's why Dr. Umar is off base, whether he knows it or not. Now, somebody put this in the chat. Does Dr. Umar know the dangers that he's doing by not fully holding these women accountable on all angles? Or is he genuinely doing his best and he's just not covering that base because for whatever reason he believes that the men can do it? Does Dr. Umar, in other words, truly believe that men can overcome the Army, the Navy, what is it, the Air Force, the Space Force, the police? We can overcome all of that in order to be able to correct our woman without somebody over us. Dr. Umar, don't you understand that no black man in America, Even Kanye West with his $1 billion has the authority to speak over their children. Didn't you see little Boosie? He was scared and he was crying because he can't even dictate what type of haircut his child has. Don't you understand in the next 10 years, these women are going to say that your son is going to transition into a girl and you need to go for it? Don't you understand that Assembly Bill 957 was passed in California last week, which says that you can lose custody due to the legal criteria deciding custody and visitation? Not only are you going to lose custody, black man, you never had custody. You had visitation. Can somebody put that in the chat? The black man doesn't get custody in America. He gets visitation over his child, and you're going to lose that due to Assembly Bill 957 if you do not agree that your child is a girl when he's a boy. And who made that bill? Can somebody tell me who's the front runner and who's the face of that bill? A black woman. So don't tell me anything about, oh yeah, we are the world. We are the children. We are the ones. We are the world. We are the children. Which children are we? Are we these children busting our pussy open because I know that it's fat? Oh yeah. Did you ever hear the lyrics to these songs? Yeah, it sounds playful, but this woman's talking about getting her back busted open and moving on to the next nigga and letting somebody eat her vagina that she doesn't care about. How sick are we as a society where women are just openly getting their pussy ate by men that they don't even care about at all? Women, I need you to wake up. The moment you show a man your vagina and you let him play with your vagina, he won. I don't care what he did to it. The moment you showed him your vagina, your prize, and he played with it, he won. So when Ice Spice is out here talking about, oh, that nigga's a munch, he ate on this pussy for lunch, but you thought I was feeling you. I'm not feeling you. I just let you eat my pussy. That's strange. That's weird. This has been another edition of Talk Your Shit Tuesday, guys. I mean, what more can I say? What more can I say? I mean, I have more to say, but you get the point. If you didn't see last night's show, watch it. If you didn't see tonight's show, watch it. Thank you to the people who's joining me. Thank you to the people on patreon.com/JLEETHAL7. One of these days, I'm going to touch that money and I'm going to do something with it. I'm going to come out with merchandise. Thank you for my people who's going to support my merchandise when I come out with the merchandise. I'm building the plane as I fly it, like Kevin Samuel said. And to my black women again, this has been a Talk Your Shit Tuesday, and you're going to notice a common narrative when I talk to my black women. It's always going to seem like I'm coming down on them. But the fact of the matter is, whether I understand you or not, we are all we got. Remember that? Nelly used to say that dirty ENT. We all we got. I mean, at the end of the day, black people and black women, black men, we all we got. I mean, we know the other people of color hate us. Somebody put that in the chat. We know the other people of color completely hate us. So, at the very least, for the very, very few percentage of men that are about this life and the very few percentage of women that are about this life, because, hey, here's where I agree with Dr. Umar. This is one thing that Dr. Umar said when he was, a lot of people made a meme out of Dr. Umar when he said this. He said, the Pookie and Ray Ray has to go for good. Have you seen that? I wish I probably can't even find that. There's a meme where Dr. Umar says, Pookie and Ray, hold on.
But I want to be clear. I know some of us love our children, but some of our children are so far gone that we're going to have to put some of them to sleep in order to take back the neighborhood. Some of y'all don't want to hear that because you don't live in reality. But I'm telling you, as a psychologist, I'm not going to be able to psychologize all of them on the corner. Some of them going to sleep for good.
Some of them going to sleep. Some of these niggas on the corner going to sleep for good.
What?
But for the ones of us men that are really here for truth, honest, love, and God, and for the ones of us women who are here for the truth, love, and God, and we're willing to look past all the trauma, this is for y'all. This next song is for the black man and black woman. I guess maybe, I don't know, maybe Umar was right. And if Umar was right, shout out to Umar. Maybe black men do need to take accountability, right? Because remember, the men need to take the first step in the dance. The men need to drop on their knee to ask for marriage. The man needs to pay the bill. The man needs to open the door. So, hey, fair enough. Until the next time I see you guys, vibrate higher. Black women, I love you.
This is for my number one. This is for my number one. Yeah, this is for my number one. I can love you better, baby. This is hard to say. I want to make sure I go about this in the right way. Cause lately I've been busy a lot, and I know you don't feel appreciated and whatnot. I used to tell you that your hair looked fly, kiss you slow and stare in your eyes. Now I talk real foul and slick. Every other sentence is you make me sick. Back in the days I was your number one pick. Now your heart's half broken and that's hard to fix. I had to dig deep inside myself, cause I can't see you bouncing with somebody else. It's a long journey back to the place we was, when I was too embarrassed to admit I was in love. And you was my good girl that wouldn't give it up. I can't let her self-destruct.
Baby, smile today, cause I've been imagining more ways I'm gonna love you better.
Yeah.
Things will see it too, just when you think there's nothing else I can do. I'm gonna love you better.
When I think about the things we did, and I think about you having my kids, and I think about us sharing a crib, losing all that, God forbid. You deserve flowers and candy, the simple things, in addition to the SLs, baguettes and rings. Instead I walk around like I'm a king, and having you ain't nothing but a thing. I even stopped telling you the loving was good. Too busy fronting in the hood. Baby girl, hold me tight, don't ever let go. I'ma do it real gentle, baby, nice and slow. One more chance, baby, and don't say no, cause I got another side to show. Some say love is painful, it helps you grow. Well, it's time for the pain to go, you know?
Baby, smile today, cause I've been imagining more ways I'm gonna love you better.
I love you better, baby.
Friends will see it too, just when you think there's nothing else I can do. I'm gonna love you better.
Do you think I meant to hurt you? No. Do you think I meant to hurt you? So let's laugh together, cry together. God willing, we gon' die together. Do you think I meant to hurt you?
No.
Do you think I meant to hurt you? So let's laugh together, cry together. God willing, we gon' die together. It's a brand new me, a brand new you, a brand new day. Sky so blue. Hold my hand while I walk with you. Sit on my lap, let me talk to you. No more games calling you foul names, acting like females is all the same. I'm gonna love you better, my mentality changed. From this day forward, I'll never be the same. I'ma rub your lower back, share my dreams. I love you, let me show you what I mean. Give you the deepest love a girl ever seen. Watch you sleep so peaceful and serene. I toast to the queen, you're back in my life. But this time I'ma do it right. Trust me, from the bottom of my heart, nothing's gonna tear us apart. I promise.
Baby, smile today, cause I've been imagining more ways I'm gonna love you better. And your friends will see it too, just when you think there's nothing else I can do. I'm gonna love you better. Baby, smile today, cause I've been imagining more ways.
Rest in peace,
I'm gonna love you better.
Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels was assassinated. Kevin Samuels was assassinated. Kevin Samuels was assassinated. Kevin Samuels was assassinated.
Do you think I meant to hurt you? So let's laugh together, cry together. God willing, we gon' die together. Do you think I meant to hurt you? No. Do you think I meant to hurt you? No. So let's laugh together, cry together. God willing, we gon' die together.
Hey, shout out to Pharrell on this beat though. Shout out to Pharrell. Number one. Shout out to Pharrell, NERD. 7 Gang, Runaway Slave Gang. I'll see y'all next time. Thank you.